Last time I did this race, I had to do that. I had to beat Aghanim to get to the pyramid to find something that I needed.
And we have a heart container in both locations, so they're going to have some nice help to start things off. And Sanctuary is actually not that far away from where its vanilla location is.
Notice when I did this run is that when you have those, when you have a drop-down entrance, it's always going to be switched up with another drop-down entrance, and so you're going to have those connections are going to be right near one another.
Yes, the exception, of course, is Skull Woods. Those are usually shuffled within each other. And today we have the graveyard holding the Thieves' Hideout. And this is another connector here on Notch's end, so we'll have to keep that one in mind. Not going to check it just yet. Which makes sense. There's a lot of items in Kakariko, potentially.
Certainly a lot of entrances in Kakariko.
And we found the Cave Salva Grove and get a shield. Some defense to help out is okay, I guess. Fire shield's better.
Here we find Paradox Cave.
Yeah, and he farmed a couple bumps too, so this is 7 items for him. Michael K, meanwhile, pulling a tree and getting another 4. Kata Samaria already discovered, and a nice A-Day of 50 rupees.
Samaria right off the bat is going to be a huge help.
And thank goodness, that is the fairy drop-down cave underneath the tree today. So, we don't have to fight Aga 1. Lots of money already on Notch's end. Lots of money.
Lots of money and a little bit of love.
Alright, so you can see Michael G's not immediately driving down this tree, and there's a reason for that. Wants to check the entrance, make sure it's not Ganon. And it looks like we have found the well in the forest. That's another 5 items right there.
Both our runners sitting, one finding Paradox Cave, one finding the well. It gives us 5 items. It's going to be a huge, huge help.
And a sword for Michael K. That is a huge find. Couple of heart pieces as well.
Absolutely loving the green guy just waving the shield all over the place.
Yeah, that is a Cactuar from Final Fantasy. I know them all too well. Meanwhile, Michael K is playing as an Inkling.
We get to start the 7,000 entrances here in Kakariko to figure where everything leads.
Yes. And we found another item there. I was looking away, though, as I was checking the seed for you folks. And today is also a Crystal's goal, so Aga 2 is also not required. Unless Ganon's on the pyramid. And there's Graveyard Ledge in the well, but it's only for some bombs. Oh! Run away!
And there we have the backside of level 7 of Turtle Rock, buried back in the... Is that the brewery?
No, that is the supply cap. Oh, is it?
Horrible hut, right? I misspoke.
Oh, hey, Hyrule Castle. And the dam found by Notch. This is actually a huge one to find. And the fire shield. There's the good one. There's the good shield. Yeah, Chicken Nut has the dam. He's not draining it just yet, which is interesting. Dan will stay
was able
drained.
to find a sword.
Yeah, Dan will stay drained here on. This happens a lot.
I was trying to say, since Michael K was able to find a sword, he'll be able to go ahead and clear out this the escape.
Yes. However, oh no, actually, never mind. I was thinking key logic there for a moment, but no, there's no key logic to be had here. And not checking the hint tiles, but entrance runs on an earlier version of the logic.
Which parts of the logic are not being applied since it's an earlier version?
Well, first and foremost, the hint system's not in play. And we have the hammer in Hyrule Castle. I think it's just the hint system that's not implemented, though. I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm interested in the fact that Notch didn't drain the dam. In entrance, the dam will stay drained, allowing you access to the flooded item down in the south side of Hyrule. And it also means that Swamp will be ready to enter as soon as you find the flippers.
And Zelda's cell holding nothing but a taco.
Yeah, just the map there. And Michael K taking a common strat in Randomizer, a Death Warp. No mirror to just quickly just gaze in and see it. And hey, there you go. There's an example of Crossworld. You saw that Notch took the left side of Hyrule Castle here and got put into a spot where he can't exactly do anything. And now Notch is also a bunny. And this dungeon counts as a Dark World dungeon until he enters from the light.
Exactly. I was going to say, probably be good to. He's going to take a death warp and then walk back out and back in order to get himself to a fightable stance.
Yeah. Probably would have been a little bit faster to transform back into a normal Cactuar just by running into the other entrance. And yeah, the Cactuar's bunny sprite is just a little chocobo chick.
Kay finding his way into Misery Mire through one of the huts in Kakariko.
Yep, but can't do anything about it just yet because we don't have the boots or the hook shot.
If I'm correct, this is the only entrance that's absolutely guaranteed to have the back of the brewery, the bar right there.
That's correct. And it's the only reason why it's that way is because it's the only entrance you enter from the top.
That's what I was thinking. Just a bunch of blueberries underneath the tree room.
Yep, we saw that early on Keysanity, who just like, oh hey, nope, don't want to get shot by a laser there.
There's the Dark World Brewery room.
And in the... oh, hey, there's the room of beds.
Name.
And there's checkerboard, but it's only 20 root bucks. And there's the front.
The entrance to 7.
And Notch can at least check one chest here.
It's going to be the chest off to the left because you can actually get to that
one with just the hello there, Michael K. You have found Ganon for us. He's chilling out over by the blacksmith, it looks like. He is indeed. So with the small key there, you could go a little bit deeper. Well, because it's entrance, you don't necessarily need to use a small key, and the logic may not account for that either. And Blue Mail has been found by Michael K as well. Get a nice pink haired inkling now.
Now, with Ganon being at that entrance by the blacksmith, we're still going to need to collect all 7 crystals, or he will just simply tell us that he will not die.
Yep. This is a crystal skull, which basically means the same thing as it does in Defeat Ganon, except Agatu is not required to be slain. Which makes perfect sense because, for all we know, Agatu could be somewhere else there in the entrance world.
There's a good chance we're going to be seeing Ganon's Tower just because that first opening has 22 chests there. So once we get a hold of the boots and the hook shot and the fire rod, I'm sure once we find Ganon's Tower, we'll be making a run through all of there.
Well, It only has 22 chests if you have everything you need can explore the castle. And it's actually a total of 27.
Right, because you have the chest that you can find through the gauntlet.
Yep, as well as the big chest. But it's a very high density play, but with Gaga 2 not being required, you don't necessarily need everything. Bare minimum equipment you need is the fire rod, the cane of Samaria, the hammer and the hook shot, and the bow.
Yes.
I may know a few things about this game. And
One or
Notch
two.
without
I'm asking lots of questions here.
Notch does not have a sword here still, so he's using cane of Samaria strats. Weaponizing the block, and hey, finds the hammer for his reward. Hasn't found the well drop down that Michael K has found. And as a reminder, chat, this is entrance, so all they need to do is just check their map to figure out which dungeon's where in terms of pendants and crystals. Hiding the information is a Keysanity thing, but we are not playing with Keysanity here today. Raising
In my opinion, thank goodness it's not Keysanity. That's going to be a challenge to commentate.
Oh, wow. That's kind of funny. We had a vanilla Saint card. Saint card being the only heart container in the game that gives you a full refill.
And another full heart container. Looks like we'll be pretty healthy today.
And Michael K does not have all the money that Notch has found. But I don't think he had bonds for Paradox Cave, so get me doing that real quick. Or making a fool out of me.
What is nice is that he didn't have the gloves, but since all the entrances are randomized, he was able to go ahead and drop down and pick up the back of the escape.
I think we've seen most of the drop downs right now, so I think it probably Personal Elimination and the Magic Bat, I believe, is on the pyramid. Oof. Michael K taking advantage of the fact that Paradox Cave also has a shop, which makes it one of the best connectors in the game.
There's a drop down into Skull Woods. Can that not be randomized?
No. All the drop downs with Skullwoods are shuffled amongst each other. Lumberjack House today is the Thieves Hut, and I believe there was some good stuff here.
And there's another 5 chests we get to check.
And there's all the money that Michael K did not pick up that Notch did. Notch getting their blue mail here. Wait, I thought Michael got his blue mail from somewhere else. Was I not paying attention?
That was Michael K had his blue mail already. It was Notch who just picked up the blue mail.
Here's our map check. All 3 pendants are in the Dark World. Palace of Darkness is the green. Misery Mire and Ice Palace are the red and blue pendants. And we have a 5-6 at Thieves Town as well. So all 3 dungeons in the Light World are required, and one of them is the 5-6. Good information there from Michael K. full magic from the high pool. Very nice find there. Notch about to get his sword. And Michael K is setting up something, a well-known trick called the Super Bunny. Only using it briefly to get out of Paradox. Oh, and one of the caves, ouch. One of the entrances of Paradox takes you to the desert in the dead end location, so not that useful of a connector overall. It is a way to get to Dark World, though. And here's our Light World map check. Our other 5-6 is an Eastern Palace. So Thieves Town Eastern are our 5-6 crystals. Palace of Darkness is our green pendant. Ice Palace, Misery Mire are our non-incentivized pendants. And everything else is a crystal.
I think I got it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're doubling as our tracker for tonight because we couldn't find anyone.
I'm getting a little quiet here, but I think I got it all covered. Michael K finding his way into a dark room. I'm really impressed to know how he knows which one it is.
It's the old man cave. Uncle Drop is bad.
So I guess the old man cave is going to drop you out somewhere on Death Mountain so you can actually return the guy. And he returns the old man to the hut and gets a flute as his reward.
Oh, he's nice fine chicken out there, and wow, that chicken just went sailing through the wall. There it is. You can see its feathers. Oh wait, there's the magic. Wait, there's magic powder.
Magic bat was over on the right side of the.
Okay, now I'm forgetting an entrance then. Have we seen fairy drop downs at Act 1?
What about that drop down that's right outside of where you would have the Chris Houlihan room?
Oh! Wait a minute. Link's uncle's in the pyramid. That's the one we haven't seen.
Oh, poor guy.
How did he get there? Man, Ganon must have some really strong magic.
The uncle was just incredible and made it all the way to Ganon before dying.
A lot of entrances here on Death Mountain, and Michael K is going to be here a while. Here's the right entrance to Hyrule Castle. So there is a way to get from from Kakariko to Death Mountain. Oh no, there's the mirror found by Notch. That's over in the Light World's Hype Cave location. And we need the boots for that. And that mirror is super important in Crossworld entrances. Because some entrances you actually are expected to get to the mirror. A perfect example is actually the race game entrance. The one on the left side. Right side doesn't connect to the left side, so in order to check the door on the other side, we either have to luck our way into exiting into it, or we mirror from the digging game and then enter from there.
That is absolutely right, because in order to get the items in the race game, did we get a check as to what is on the race game?
Yes, we did. It was only cash, I believe.
And now heading over to the Ice Rod Cave to see what that entrance is going to give us, while we still have Michael K checking all the 600 entrances here on Death Mountain.
And for those wondering in chat, the only way you can enter the cave that Ganon's room is located in is to defeat Aga 2. Who there is no way to enter the drop down otherwise, and there's no way to enter the cave from the front. It's in a bad position that you would have to mirror in anyway, and the mirror does not warp you from light to dark. That's an inverted exclusive method. There's no other way to get there. Hookshot cave meanwhile found by Notch. Can't do anything here, but this is a connector.
And Michael K finding lots of chests here in the Dark World, west side of Death Mountain, but unfortunately, since he hasn't found the Moon Pearl yet, we can't open those chests.
Yes, and the Moon Pearl cannot be in those chests unless they are in a connector that leads to Light World. Meanwhile, Notch is over by Dark World 5. I call it that because that's where the warp would be hidden in the Dark World if you could flute in the Dark World. And now that we can talk about it, Michael K's bunny sprite is just simply the squid form of the Inkling.
There's Bumper Cave sitting in what is the dark side of Sarashala's hut.
Yep. So really, you can break down entrance into 3 phases. This first phase is find the Moon Pearl, and also get to gather information as to where your logic wants you to go. And Notch is actually walking to the pyramid.
As Michael K decides to go ahead and do the dark room and try to check what's in that dark cross area.
And right there is the cave that most likely contains the uncle at this point. As you can see, it's not exactly viable. Oh, there's the hook shot! And I believe that is in logic because of the entrances. So Notch can use that and double back to check Hype Cave. Or the Hookshot Cave. From the Light World side. He's gonna save and quit and go that way right now. So yeah, Notch. Yeah, those 3 phases. There's an information gathering phase, in which you're trying to get the Moon Pearl, as well as just get general information where everything is. Then there's the dungeon phase, in which you're just looking for all the items. Oh, Meyer discovered from Michael K. And then there's, of course, and then the third phase is, of course, gathering everything you need for Goma once you have all your information and have everything you need for navigation purposes. Which today, the Ice Ride is included in that, so good luck finding that. Palace of Darkness is in Misery Mire, and I think Michael K is going to attempt... Yes, I think Michael K is going to attempt to take a death abuse here. This is a minor glitch known as Bunny Revival Glitch. So, he's going to try to check this dungeon, but it is currently out of logic because there is no Moon Pearl in his possession.
Nock finding his way into the back side of level 2, just picking up that key, and looks like he's going to disappear. He doesn't have a fire source yet with which to light those lamps in order to take out the Lamolas.
Now that's kind of risky. What he's doing is stealing the key. This will guarantee him the key in the front, but if the small key's on the torch, he's going to have to find the boots.
I think that even if he decides to use that small key, he has to find the boots in order to go in, but it's going to be part of logic to find the boots. But I'm hoping that the key simply won't be there, and then he'll be able to check everything a lot faster by having that one at his access.
I suppose that's also true, yeah. Thankfully, Keysanity accounts for that, and especially at the small and the big key for the boss. Simply put, Keysanity assumes you can use your keys in the most illogical way possible. Like, for example, taking the small key you get off the guard in the Hyrule Castle dungeon, and then you're using that dome on the back to get to the 3 chests. Notch, unfortunately, not going to the right side of Ice Cave. Well, the right side of Ice Cave, but not the side that you care about. And bye!
Yep, the glitch where he takes, not the Igor, he takes the guy off of the screen, and by doing that, he disappears, and so he can go ahead and continue through that door, even without having arrows to kill him.
Yeah, that is a newer glitch. And yeah, it's just despawns the Gorilla by getting him out of bounds. Pyramid Cave, Fairy Cave has the Ether Medallion for Notch. Good find there. That was over at the cave by the 5 flute spot. Or by Eastern Palace. We're running out of locations for this Moon Pearl's location. Oh, but you know what? I just realized something. It could be on... Oh, this might be a nasty seed and we just don't know it yet.
Where do you think the Moon Pearl is?
Well, consider this for a moment here. We got a Cane of Samaria. We got a hookshot because we could walk to it. And we know where a certain dungeon is.
And if we find that fire rod, it could be buried all the way on the laser bridge.
Not that dungeon, the other one. It could be in Misery Mire.
Oh! Now, was Misery Mire an enter from the Dark World? No, it wouldn't be. You couldn't put the Moon Pearl there.
It's actually... I believe it's at the Zicket's house.
Nosh, since he does have that hookshot, which is in logic, he has a chance to go check these 4 chests in Hookshot Cave.
Yep, we'll see if there's anything here that will save him. So far, nothing of importance. I say that, and there's the fire rod, so that puts Misery Mire fully in logic, and a fairy in a bottle as well.
It puts Misery Mire fully in logic, and it puts Turtle Rock fully in logic.
Oh, all the way up to Laser Ridge. Yeah. This is a nice seed. They're expecting to do some pretty evil things. I still save my monies on Mire, though. 2 items in there. Very unlikely, but it's still going to be potentially there. And thankfully they don't have to go to Vitreous, because they don't have the lamp.
Correct, and we're going to have to find it, the Moon Pearl sooner or later. We know Michael K's not going to find the Moon Pearl in here because he used a glitch in order to get into Pod or to be able to do what he's doing in Pod. So there's just no way the Moon Pearl is going to be here.
Yeah. Once again, folks, Michael K does not have the Moon Pearl. Pod is in the Dark World. He used a bunny revival glitch so that he can explore this dungeon without the Moon Pearl. Because that's the thing. The game only checks if you're a bunny if you're in the overworld, not the underworld.
Yes. And here we have Notch, who's going to go ahead and fake flipper his way up to Hobo and see if Hobo has anything fancy to offer us. But again, and since it's a glitch that we're using to get there, he's not going to be holding the Moon Pearl either.
Nope. Actually, no, he could be.
Flippers could be somewhere in logic that we haven't gotten to yet.
Yes, and then the flippers will lead to Hobo having the Moon Pearl. But today, it's just a piece of heart. Expertly navigating this dark room here. My key is at the bottom. Should be a chest here shortly. First chest was only 20 rubies. Second chest didn't trigger anything, so it could be the big key.
Right, and since we didn't see it, isn't it also true if it's a light world item that it wouldn't we wouldn't see anything either?
Yeah, if Big Key was there, because he didn't find it. Now going back to the dark maze. This is a trooper right here. Graveyard ledge found for Notch. Let's see what's here.
Just a lot more love.
I mean, heart containers are always a nice thing to have. He's at a good amount of health though, so doesn't really need to pick any more of them up.
Okay, still working his way out of that dark room inside of Pod, and Nock, go ahead and resetting to see what we can find somewhere else.
Yeah, at this point, one of the two Dark World dungeons is to play. Or... Pendant... Turtle Rock or Myers to play. And given the fact that Turtle Rock is a crystal, but we don't have the ice rod, I would say Meyer is to play. Notch is not going to go checking it just yet, though.
With you on that, I guess the question is, are you trying to complete the dungeon or are you trying to find a chest? And I think there are more chests available in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, there's more chests in Turtle Rock. But for all we know, the entrances could not be there. Could not have the Moon Pearl in there. I keep finishing up this Meyer check. Next.
Dark room.
I heard bats.
Isn't the music also a good way to figure out which dark room that you're in?
No. Yeah, I think this was emergency exit is what he was in. Based on that. Oh no, it was the old man cave. An old man had the flute. Alright, so both runners have the flute.
But neither one of them has activated the duck yet.
Correct. So Michael K could walk over to the pier and get the hookshot in here. And I think that's the first step in the logic that they want the sea wants you to take. I mean, the seed is screaming, dive Turtle Rock, dive Mount Israel Mire. Our runners are just not listening to it. And oh, there's Swamp, but no flippers. But more importantly, Notch has not drained the dam yet.
Oh, that is true. We did find it. One of our runners was able to drain the dam earlier.
Yeah, both of the runners have found the dam. It was in Kakariko Village, but Notch did not throw the lever. And we have found Super Running Cave on Michael K's end. Aptly named because this is one of the earliest locations you can do checks for items, even in vanilla, without the Moon Pearl. So let's see what
I was just noticing that he will have to go back and eventually open up that dam in order to get into level 2, because level 2 is a crystal.
That is correct. We would still need the flippers though, and those are still MIA. And see when he spits them out on top of
a book of Medora.
Wow, that's convenient. Michael K getting a little bit more value out of that play.
That book's going to give us the ability to take that main entrance in Desert Palace.
Yeah, figure main entrance into Desert. Speaking of Desert, Notch is checking it now, and remember, he stole the key here. And the torch only has 20 rupees.
we're not boots locked out of this dungeon. We can go ahead and well, complete a good bit of it.
No, we're not boots locked. So he literally stole the key, which is the small key, which is in the big chest.
Well, that's right. And we have the fire rod, so we have a fire source, so we will be able to get all the way to Lamola's here.
That's correct. Well, not right now, though. Second item discovered in desert.
I don't remember. Have we found the entrance to the backside? Yeah, we did, because he had the key the first time around.
Correct. He stole it. And that just means that the boss is holding the compass here. Okay, meanwhile, just checking these chests here in D-Town. This is once again out of sequence. He did another bunny revival. Trying to find some extra progression, but little does he realize his progression is on the pyramid. Okay, take another death warp.
Looks like Notch is going to take the way he came in right back out.
Oh no, he's gonna go dive in here. This is a crystal and he can't clear it actually.
Do you remember where the entrance to the backside of 2 was?
No, absolutely not.
I don't either. Okay.
There's so many entrances that you can't really keep track of all of them in your head. Resupply room discovered for Notch. Doesn't really need it. That room is nice in that there are 4 bombs in that room in each of the corner pots, and as well as 5 arrows in the top center pot. Oh, and there's the bomb vendor. He's all the way in the mountains, oof. Which means lamp is required for super bomb, but we may not need the bomb either.
Remember that when Notch went to do his check, when he picked up his hook shot on the side of the pyramid, didn't he come out of that exit that's on the pyramid? I don't think there's a need to get the super bomb.
No, Notch walked over to Hookshot.
Oh, okay, that's right then. I remember now.
Yeah, he walked there from the Eastern Plains. But that hookshot is currently the missing piece of the puzzle that Michael K needs right now. And I'm starting to think it's gotta be, Moonfrost's gotta be in one of those earlier dungeons that we discovered. Turtle Rock or Misery Mire.
It's gonna be the big key. I know usually we're kind of like, okay, within an hour we're in go mode. But with these entrances within an hour, did I find the Moon Pearl yet?
Yeah. Notch is in the right area at least. Just needs to go back into town. And can start exploring. You can also turn the dam on while he's here, if he remembers which house it's in. I believe it was in the chicken hut. Well, there's Stickin, and he does have a bottle, so let's see what this turns into. Just a piece of heart. You got that bottle, by the way, in Hookshot Cave, I believe. It was the 4th chest. Speaking of chests, big chest being checked by Michael K. Let's see what we got in here. Just another stack of cash. And Notch is diving Turtle Rock.
It'd be a very cash healthy steed. Let's see if I called the Turtle Rock correctly. I'm hoping for him.
arrows in the maiden cell. The menu is just so barren, jeez. Money and money.
You need any more money here?
No, you must have all the rupees.
Must have all of them.
Well, Notch is not done yet with the top floor here. He can go all the way over to Change House. If there's not a key there, that means he has to go in through the laser eye entrance. And okay, game, sure. Michael K.
Oh, that was fancy.
Did Michael K use the book? To break the pallet?
This is a glitch that I haven't seen yet either. That's incredible.
Notch taking the death here, using his fairy to revive. Change House taking a bite out of him. I didn't see if he dropped an item on Michael Keysanity because the pallet's broken. Big key in the chest here, but no small key, so Notch has to enter from a different direction.
So it looks like you may be on the right side with the Misery Mire being the play to go for.
Well, keep in mind, there's still the entrance to Turtle Rock with all the lasers shooting at you over in the resupply entrance. You could just take that one. And that'll let him get to the rest of the dungeon from there, even to Laser Bridge. Marquis, meanwhile, is going to try and check a relatively under-checked spot, the Curiosity Shop.
There we go. Here's the national anthem.
And today it's just a normal shop over on the Curiosity Shop side. And yeah, so I that's online. I think I tripped over my own words there again. Oh well. It happens more often than you think.
All right, the goose is loose. Are we gonna fly away, or we're probably gonna go ahead and check the backside of this Turtle Rock and Misery Mire while we're here in the town.
Oh, Ice Path is also an option. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Notch can also full clear this dungeon as well. So we can get a bunch of dungeons taken care of because of the hookshot, the fire rod, and the hammer. Not to mention Kane Samari to make the puzzles easier.
Absolutely, there's a lot of chests in here to check, and he's just got to make sure he is very careful with his fire rod shots when he gets to Cold Stare.
A lot of chests, but only 3 items total here in ice. We'll probably balance the Moon Pearl sighting if it's here. No, he has to go deeper. Ah, that's right. I almost forgot as well. Notch can't full clear this dungeon. Wow. I keep forgetting. He has all the Y items, but he doesn't have all the A items. He's missing a power glove.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay, now getting his flute online.
Normally, you need the Titans bits in order to get in here just to open up, push yourself in the dark world to get to the dungeon. But since all the entrances are randomized, then we can get into dungeons and still not have the items we need to beat them.
Yeah. It gets already for a loop sometimes, and here's infamous trick, the Ice Palace Bomb Jump coming up for Notch. Having a little bit of trouble setting it up. That looks good. Yeah, finding that out, the position pixel though is kind of a thing. Michael K is making the dive through the laser gate here to check Turtle Rock. He's had enough. So one way or another, we're gonna get the information we're missing. Alright. Next chest up coming up here for Notch. In the freezer chest. 10 arrows.
Michael K not having a fire source is going to have to take a lot of slashes on that bouncy thing.
Yeah, the Hokuboku is not a healthy enemy. I actually saw someone freeze it and take it out with arrows. It has as much health as Helmholtzer King. It took 8 shots.
Goodness gracious.
It is tanky.
It's a new word. I like it. Tanky.
Ooh, and my guy's got to be careful. 1 heart left.
If there's ever a time to want powder, now is it.
Gets the key. Good job. Notch is trying to lift the boulder, but he can't.
Just realized the thing that you were saying a bit earlier. Oh no.
Yeah, it's one of the things you take for granted. Small keys to at least let him get out and check the iced tea room. I don't think my OK found anything of importance in the Vanilla Big Key chest, so don't have to worry about that.
Michael K now working his way fully backwards, but unfortunately he's going to key lock himself out of that space. But maybe he'll come back in and go through the entrance again, because he did not head the direction of the laser bridge.
As long as you don't know if this last chest will be fine, but unfortunately the chain chomps are not playing nice. Gets the opening he needs, gets the big key, and takes the death.
Taking the death is perfect, because now he can go ahead and walk right back in from where he came from.
Yes, but unfortunately cannot get to the big chest from here. So once again, we are locked out of Turtle Rock, which means it's either Mire or it is Ice Palace. And Notch is done checking Misery or Ice Palace, so it has to be Mire. Hook shot required.
Your intuition astounds me.
The only other thing I can think of is an entrance they have not seen yet. And by virtue of that, entrance we have not seen yet. But no, I think it is Mr. Meyer because of the hookshot. Gives us access. And with the fire rod and the hammer, we can full clear that dungeon.
I absolutely agree with you. We can full clear the dungeon. We haven't found the lantern yet, but we do have a fire rod. It's going to be difficult to get through the dark rooms of Misery Mire, but not impossible.
Someone is calling for a pet seed. Unfortunately, pet is not a viable seed right now because we don't know where Pod is. And hey, yeah, actually, Michael Key did not check the lumberjack entrance, apparently. Because if so, he'd have red mail.
That is true. Red mail for Nach.
Michael K is trying to kill these two Hokobokos here to try and get to the laser bridge side of Turtle Rock. Switching to pot strats. But it takes the death, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Nosh is going into Misery Mire. Only 2 items in here as a reminder, folks. But one of them could be the all-elusive Moon Pearl we are missing. Or if you want to make things a little bit extra spicier, you want them to find the boots in here. Because the boots lead to Mirror. And then the Mirror opens up a whole other slew of checks that the Moon Pearl could be at.
I'm fine for something a little bit simpler than that. How about we just find the flippers and the Moon Pearls being held by the con man, the Zora?
Well, that would work too, yeah. Alright. Mikey's in that position in which he has to kill this Hokoboku. Small key found for a notch in the meantime. Mikey through the Hokobokus.
Woohoo!
But now has to be extra careful. A depth will set him back.
Okay, getting a health refill, and so he should be good to go to find our way to the laser bridge and see what these 4 chests are hiding from us.
Yeah, this could also be Moon Pearl. I never even thought of that. Alright, taking some invincibility frames. It's 10 arrows here. Misery Mire, big key from Notch.
Okay, like a professional working his way through the dark room, bridge, fire, snake, all the stuff.
Yeah, the block maze, as I call it.
It's a better name than I came up with.
It's a fairly simple maze, though, because the rails are pretty easy to distinguish. Map found for Notch, along with a rather annoying beep. Here's the moment of truth, laser bridge. Notch taking a death in Misery Mire. Oof. Michael K exiting. Oh, wow. So the only way you enter Turtle Rock is by going to the cave where the book was and then mirroring. And today on Laser Bridge, we have a small key. And a shot to the Inkling's heart.
Get a quick death there, but fortunately he did go and walk out and back into the dungeon, so it's going to be an easy...
Yeah. Has the checkpoint here on Laser Bridge, so he can take his time and check these chests. Second chest. Bombs. Third chest.
We have 2 left. The
Small
key.
Final chest. Another key.
Another small key. Oh, that takes most of Turtle Rock out of logic. Ugh.
That's it. That's literally it. Turtle Rock is not the answer. It's here in Misery Mire. Which means if it's fire rod locked...
Michael K doesn't have his fire rod yet.
Exactly, and that is hookshot locked, if you recall. Ooh, this has turned into a nasty seed.
Sorry, Michael K is going to have to work his way over to the pyramid in order to pick up his hookshot. And then I don't remember where the entrance was to Hookshot Cave, but that's where I'll find the fire rod in order to get the firelock side of Misery Mire.
a singular rupee in Misery Meyer's big key chest. And meanwhile, Mike K bombing the red mail. Yeah, I can understand it. This Ink is not that great.
This seed is not playing nice.
It really isn't. And Michael K taking a reset there after checking all the chests, so he's back in blue mail. He does not like the red mail. It is indeed for cowards. Alright, not checking this chest. The second item, and it is the flippers!
My friends, the flippers, which is going to lead us straight to Zora.
No! No, it's gonna lead us somewhere far worse. Swamp is now open.
If you remember, Notch hasn't pulled the lever yet, so he has to figure out where it is to pull the lever before he can go into Swamp Palace. And we know that that entrance is up on top of Death Mountain.
No. The dam is here in town.
So do you go to Zora first and give away some of your money, or do you head straight to Swamp Palace?
You turn on the dam first, then you go to Zora. It's over here in the chicken hut. Oh, what a rabbit hole this seed is leading you down. What a rabbit hole this seed is leading you down.
Why couldn't they just play nice and give us the Lantern of the Moon Pearl right off the bat?
Because it's the randomizer. Come on. This is a pretty rough start.
That's right. We just watched Michael K go through all of this, but I guess it's now Nock's turn to say, well, I need to know that it's not Turtle Rock.
Alright. This is what's known as the shopping mall here in Entrance Randomizer, and that is where the top part of Hookshot Cave is, so Michael K has discovered it. Oh, but he didn't let this bomb explode, so he has wasted one, effectively. Second entrance is a fairy fountain.
Now we found our way to the bottom for Hookshot Cave, but we don't have a hookshot. We also don't have boots, so we're gonna have to work our way back here once we do get the hookshot, which is on top of the pyramid.
Yep, and Michael K is in the vicinity if he can just walk on over there, dodging these Dactos, which are highly aggressive bird enemies. They will not stop chasing you, and they deal a lot of damage. Nice juke so far, but needs to get indoors fast.
That dodge.
Very nicely done. Oh, that was close. Well,
that was entertainment right there.
Well, Michael K is going the right way.
It looks like he's going to work his way over to the pyramid. He'll pick up his hook shot and work his way right back there to catch those 4 chests. And there he'll find his fire rod.
Along with a bottle with the fairy in it to help him out. And keep in mind, the pyramid is something that Michael K has had access to this whole time. He's not going to the pyramid. Unless he's resetting the room.
There he goes. He's walking his way over there now. He's going to be really happy with that find.
And yeah, Michael K has defeated Blind. So we do have a crystal on the board even an hour in.
Just to double check on that, I'm getting distracted sometimes going back and forth between the screens.
Yeah. Lord Former here is doubling as our tracker because we're actually a little short-handed today. So shoutouts to him for doing an excellent job on the tracker thus far.
Thank you so much.
Alright, Notch, it is time to start checking the waterways here. Okay, not taking up that heart. Notch finding Meyer Shed. 2 more items. Let's see what we got here. 20 rupees. I think we found all the 300 rupees. Just saying.
All of the money. We must go to Zora. Let him have some of it.
Oh, that wasn't even the 300. That was the 100 rupee stash.
Yeah, I think we have found all of the 300 rupee stashes.
I'm just shaking my head right now. 10 arrows on Zora's ledge. Let's see if Zora himself has anything noteworthy. And if it's not the Moon Pearl, then the Moon Pearl has to be in Swamp Palace. Because I can't think of any other place where that can show up. Red Boomerang and the single arrow for Michael K. Today, Zora has bombs!
Just some blueberries. We are off to Swamp Palace, everybody.
Oh. The scene is trolling our runners that I... It's like a train wreck. I want to look away, but I can't.
Oh my goodness, once we find that Moon Pearl, there's going to be so many things we get to check in the Dark World, but until then, we're just hunting for that Moon Pearl.
Now here's the thing, the Moon Pearl may not even be in Swamp. Keep this in mind. It could be the boots we find. And then we unlock the mirror at library, which Notch does know where that is. And then, from there, the whole world's an oyster and we could just be struggling to find the Moon Pearl. I know it's highly unlikely, but I kind of want that to happen.
Did you just say the pearl's your oyster?
No.
I'd start singing a song.
Ether now for Michael K. And checking what the bottle price is here. Gets a B in the bottle.
I know some really good golden bee strats, so I like getting bees like that.
That might just be a normal bee.
And here we go with Nock opening up the...
Wait.
Wait.
You've already done this, Dodge. You gotta go find the swamp now. Right idea, wrong location.
And he remembers where it is, right on top of Death Mountain here. Michael K. fake flipping his way over to Hobo. Unfortunately, no, we're just going to find some more trash there.
Yeah, engine's gonna mess with your head a lot here, folks. Our runners are doing an excellent job thus far keeping track, but you might notice them pausing on occasion. They are taking a lot of notes. And here we go with the Swamp House play. Six items in here, so high chance the Moon Pearl's here, high chance the boots are in here, and we can just go on another wild goose chase with the mirror to find the pearl. I'm hoping for the boots myself. Just like right here. I tried. Map found, unfortunately.
And now we have Michael K. because he fake flippered his way. Waterfall Fairy. He was now swimming in Meyer's shed.
Yeah, that is something you can do. Yeah, keep in mind, folks, Flute is lamp locked. But Death Mountain is not Flute or lamp locked here because of the entrance shuffle. I believe we had a way to get there through Paradox Cave, in fact. Alright. Notch entering the main hub of Swamp Palace here. Taking the small key here.
Hanging down to go ahead and check this this chest down here. We got to walk all the way around the square.
Yeah. Easy one to miss.
All around the block.
Easy one to miss if you're not thinking clearly. Trust me, I've done it before. It's a nice full magic as well. Meanwhile, Mikey,
There we go.
and there's the waiting boots.
And now that we have the boots, we can go and to where the library is and pick up that mirror and open up everything, except for the stuff we can't get to because of the moon pearl.
Yeah. And for the record, folks, when we say library, we're not talking about the library entrance, we're talking about the library cave. That is known to Notch. Whether or not he made a note of where its location is, we'll see. And Notch is not going to leave any stone unturned. Gonna check left side swamp. I can get behind the display.
I think it's a fantastic play because we're still looking for any chest that's not could possibly hold the moon pearl, and there's no reason those two over there can't.
Yeah, we're still quite a ways off from go mode, in fact. We have no gloves, we have no moon pearl, we have no bow, no ice rod.
Yeah, I don't think we have found Hype Cave yet, chat.
No, Hype Cave has not been found, folks. For all we know, it could be on the top of Death Mountain.
And we do have a hammer, and we do have a hook shot, so we're able to get to the top of Death Mountain. Assuming the entrances are going to allow us to do it.
So where the race is hosted again, it's being hosted through IRC, an IRC chat room. Bombs here from Notch on left side swamp. Anything else here? Nope.
Big key, so I guess we're going to continue on and try to complete this dungeon.
Is this even randomized? Because that's a vanilla big key, I might add.
That it is. Another thing we haven't taken into account yet is that once he picks up that mirror, we can get to the top of Death Mountain, and we can mirror our way through, so we'll get a chance to see what's in the Tower of Hera entrance.
That's right. Hard piece for the big key on left side swamp. Oh, it was 2 items, but they were not worth it. And yeah, not too surprised that it's vanilla big key, but still, when it happens, things like that, it's still kind of funny.
All right, Michael K.
Michael K is taking the back entrance of the old man cave. This is something we haven't seen yet. And it's led him over to where Swamp is.
Hey!
There's a glove.
There's a power glove.
That's going to open up a lot of more entrances for Notch as well. But he's not done yet. There's still a couple more chests. There's still a compass available somewhere. There it is. So that means Argus has our last item, but more importantly, a crystal for our runners. So Swamp is indeed the play.
Good play by Notch right there.
And we can actually go back into Ice Palace and clear that as well. So our Moon Pearl could actually be on Cold Stare.
That Moon Pearl could still be in so many locations. We're talking it could possibly be on Cold Stare. It could possibly be whatever the Tower of Hera entrance has to give us. And we still have to knock out the mirror, so it could be buried behind whatever in Cave 45.
It could even be back over at Ice Rod Cave, or underneath the big rock entrance. And we're gonna see a little bit of menu boss here.
That's right, because Notch is still working with the fighter sword.
Yeah. So Spence would have to hit twice. Now, folks, do you think this kind of version of entrance shuffle is bad? At least we kept the doors linked. There's a version in which we unlink the doors so that when you enter one door, you may not come out in the same location.
Oh dear goodness, why would anyone do that to themselves?
Well, it follows a loop. At that point. But Crossworld is far more fun, I feel. Hammer shots are the big eyeball now that is Argus. 4 hits of the hammer, and that is good night. And yeah, that mode is aptly named Insanity Mode, for those wondering what the unlinked doors. Insanity entrance shuffle.
And Argus just giving us a 20 more rupees, says, oh, we needed more cash.
So the Moon Pearl was not in here, but the gloves and the boots were.
The next play is to go find and pick ourselves up that mirror.
Yep. Actually, was Mirror in the Dark World?
I mean, I actually don't remember.
No, it's just
does.
here. Mirror now for Notch. So the city's just opened up wide for him now.
Do we go and check
the
Cave 45, or do we head up on top of to see what it has hiding behind the Tower of Hera?
Probably. It's not checking. Is he going back to ice? I think he is.
That's true. He got stuck because he didn't have the gloves, and now he's the power gloves. He can finish full clearing this dungeon.
Yeah, and it is. Well, it's a pendant. But he's only found, I think, 1 item in here.
He's already made the dip in here once, in for a dime, in for $1. Might as well see what the rest of the chest's hold. And I hope that it has something valuable like the Moon Pearl in it.
Yeah. And if he thinks pedestal's required, he could also fight Cold Stare, but he's probably just gonna mirror out and leave. And if he absolutely needs to, he'll go mode the dungeon later. Ideally, when he probably has bombos. So this they wanted you to find your way to the pyramid to get your hookshot. Go to Hookshot Cave to get your fire rod. And Hookshot Cave is all the way in the far corner of the land. You would normally never do that without the flute. Take your fire rod, your hookshot, and the Cane Samara you found in town. Go through Misery Mire to get your flippers. And then use those combined with a hammer you also found somewhere else.
Really early. Like, it was one of the first, 3 items that we found.
Yeah. To go into Swamp to get your boots, to get your mirror, as well as your gloves. So
Notch didn't do the Ice Palace bomb jump there. I think he's just going in to check the chests and has no intention on taking care of Cold Stare.
Well, even if he doesn't do the bomb jump, it doesn't really matter because he has the big key. He'll find the big key sooner or later. and he can just use the Samaria block to weigh down the switch. Really, the ice paddle and small jump is just you saying, I don't care about the big key.
Got it.
Second item in ice is 10 arrows. Or is it the third? I actually forget.
And there's another. That's a vanilla big key too, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Okay.
We're in a vanilla big key mood today.
Apparently. And Coaster has an item. We have all the small keys. Michael King is using Hyrule Castle to get around. Notch, meanwhile, is gonna go down to check the big chest here. Is this the third item? Is it the Moon Pearl? No, it's another key.
That's gonna throw one of our items on top of Cold Stare.
Yep. And he's gonna commit to the bit.
Michael K realizing that he has yet to find the flippers, and so he really can't do much into Swamp Palace yet.
Now, here's the thing. Not to put the block down, but there is magic here.
Right, they're gonna give you a full run of magic because you need to use every last shot of your fire rod in order to take down Cold Stare if you don't have half magic.
Yeah, and that's just to break through his ice shield. So don't miss.
Okay, the hard part's done.
No, that was the easy part. Here's the hard part. He's doing hammer Cold Stare.
Oh, that's right. He only has the fighter sword, and he's taking all these guys down with just a fighter sword.
And a fighter sword is something that Cold Stare is immune to. Would have to be spins. This is what Notch needs to do right now. He needs to hide at the top of the ceiling and just hammer away. Dodge the ice like a champ.
Oh, and he gets caught by one of those small flying pieces. Oh, so close.
So close. I think this is where Notch is going to retreat for the time being. Yeah, no magic, not gonna get.
Yeah, time to nope out of there and see what else we can find.
That was a really good strategy he was doing as well, hiding at the top of the room to avoid the icicle drops, because they'll just break harmlessly on the ceiling. Now that item could not be required at all, folks, as a reminder. That is a pendant. And keep in mind, there's still caves entrances that Notch has not checked, like Bonk Rocks. And also, the Bonk Rocks behind Link's house is also an entrance. It leads to normally a fairy fountain.
Absolutely.
And we're not talking like a great fairy fountain, just a fairy pond, rather, I guess.
That's something that shocked me the first time that I was playing the entrance randomizer was you really got to take all of the entrances. Because you ever know when something that you never would touch in the vanilla game, suddenly it leads you to a dungeon.
Yeah, having a good knowledge of where everything is in the vanilla game helps you a lot too. And here we go. Tower Hera. Not checking.
And it's just a house.
Just an empty house. It looks a lot nicer on the outside than it does the inside, don't you know? I guess that's where all their budget was. They wanted just a fancy mansion, but inside they can only afford just one room. Piece of heart on the floating island. And no, we have not seen what Pedestal has in store for us. No one has used the book to check. And really, the only one that has the book is Michael K. Berry fountain here.
You're finding a lot of fairy fountains. There's a whole lot of them, but you never see them in the vanilla game because you're just so busy running around and checking everything else. There's no reason to stop in.
Here's the left side of desert.
Okay, taking some time to think. My buddy, we want you to go back to Hookshot Cave. It's where you need to go.
Arrow game for Notch. Michael K seems to be a little bit on the lost side here. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and check the entrance over here by Hookshot Cave. It's the big chest of Turtle Rock, but he has no magic.
Oh!
He can bonk across though, or hookshot. Big chest of Turtle Rock. Cannot be checked. I forgot he doesn't have the big key for the front.
Oh!
No way. Yes, he does.
You think of the big key? Yeah, the big key was on.
Dead arrows. Michael K just taking a sit break, trying to figure things out. Going back to Death Mountain for the time being. The piece of the puzzle that Mike K is missing is the flippers, which are not necessarily locked by the fire rod.
Right, the fire rod is over in the Hookshot Cave, which he has not gone to back to check. And our flippers we can find inside of Misery Mire, and the flippers will then lead us into Swamp Palace, which will therefore give us the boots and the power glove.
That's right. And the boots in turn will give us the mirror. And in case anyone's wondering what Michael K is missing, Michael K is missing Hookshot Cave, which is over at Loot Spot 8. It's over in what we call an entrance, the shopping district. I don't know why it's called the shopping district, but I just know it's called that.
I'm gonna go back to what I said earlier. I think the play is to get yourself in the dark world and head down and check and see what's going on at Cave 45.
Well, one of our viewers in chat here has mentioned that with the mirror, they can mirror on top of the pyramid and go check the upper entrances on Hyrule Castle. And that might not be a bad idea. We can't check Agamemnon's entrance just yet. But the side entrances are completely on the table.
Oh, that's a good point, because we've had the exits from that side, but we have not checked the entrances from that side.
Correct. Not just gonna go into Eastern here.
For everyone who's just tuning into chat, we have been at this for an hour and 26 minutes, and we are still trying to hunt down that elusive moon pearl.
Yes. The logic of the seed thus far is we're now seeing Desert being finished by Notch. You had to walk through the Dark World to get your hookshot. Use your hookshot over at the cave next to Ice Rod Cave, where that hookshot cave entrance lot is tied to get your fire rod. You found the Cadence of Mario and the hammer relatively early on. You used your hookshot at that point, along with your fire rod, to clear Misery Mire, which in turn had your flippers. The flippers let you into the swamp, which had your boots and your power glove, and the book or the library item was found close to Link's house, and it's our mirror. We have yet to find any sort of logic that tells us the Moon Pearl is mirror locked, but it's a strong possibility. Even though Michael K here, who is taking a sit again, trying to figure out where to go.
Checking his notes.
Yep. That dungeon that he's cleared is not in logic. He actually did the bunny revival glitch to defeat Blind. These towns in the Dark World. The only crystal that is logically on the board is Notch's kill against Argus. And soon Moldorm will follow. Down they go. Moldorm having his compass. But another crystal on the board for Notch, getting at least some progress done towards the goal.
One step closer to getting ourselves ready to rock and roll in this game.
Yeah, Moon Pearl could be on Cold Stare. It could be somewhere that's mirror locked at this point.
You have what would you Checkerboard Cave, which is mirror locked. You have Cave 45, which is mirror locked.
And pretty much, you also have the Bonk Rock locations. The one behind Link's house, the one next to Sanctuary. Those have not been checked yet. This is a very, very
difficult seed.
I was gonna say, yeah, difficult or trolly. Pick your poison, really. Notch is gonna check the entrance behind Link's house now. Finally gonna see what this is. It is Ganon's Tower. Oh boy.
Here we have 22 checks coming up because we do have the hammer, so we can go to the left side. We do have the fire rod, so we can go down the right side. We have the Cane of Samaria. We're going to be able to do a lot of checks in here.
Yeah, Cane of Samaria is also required for right side. So this will be a full clear of the basement. We even have the boots to get the torch item. And we're going to start with the tile room here. Michael K, meanwhile, I think has finally figured out where Hookshot Cave is.
He's no stone unturned.
And yeah, just remember, folks, get your guesses in chat for where the big key might be. It's not required, mind you, in this seed. We don't have to fight Agatu at all, unless for some awful reason that Uncle or the chest next to Uncle has the ice rod or something. But this is a crystal skull. Agatu is not required. Just collecting the 7 crystals is enough to finish the seed.
Our room wasn't holding much for us. Now we get to do this fire rod room.
Wait, Michael does not have the hookshot? I thought he picked it up.
He did. He walked right past the pyramid.
No, he doesn't!
Did he go to pyramid and not pick it up?
He went to pyramid and did not pick it up, it seems. He doesn't think he can walk to the pyramid. Oh, he probably died on the way!
And then he decided to nope out of it. Oh my goodness, and off he goes now.
There's the cape. Or not. Vanilla compass. Alright, get past the boy. Bow on the torch!
Bow on the torch!
And there's the hookshot. Michael K has seen it. Finally,
Oh,
Michael
thank
K
goodness,
can start progressing here. 90 minutes in. He must not be feeling good at all, because he's 90 minutes in and he's just now got his first speed of the progression.
Unfortunately, he just saw the hookshot cave again, so his mind's gonna be right there. I've got to work my way back to that hookshot cave as soon as possible.
Yeah. Now let's rewind here. Ice Rod found for Notch! Master Sword! Whoa, Ganis Tower's loaded! He can full clear this dungeon now. He can full clear the GT if he wants. Piece of heart and 20 rupees. Ladies and gentlemen, with the ice rod in hand and the bow. Oh my goodness! Lamp is technically required here, folks, but this might be a Moo Pearl for Go Mode!
Oh, that would be just evil.
Well, finding all the entrances too, but yeah, Moo Pearl most likely for Go Mode at this point.
Oh, the seed is mean. And Michael K not going back to the hookshot cave. He decided he's going to see what we can find here at the backside of desert.
What is this seed?
Now we get to walk into the randomizer room and see if that's going to hold our Moon Pearl for us.
Yeah, Moon Pearl. I want to say Moon Pearl is Go Mode. I think we've seen every dungeon. No! There's the big key right there, so you guess randomizer room, you win. I believe we've just saw the Cane and Burn and the magic powder as well. We don't know where Skullwoods is. We don't know where the back of Skullwoods is.
Well, have we even checked Skullwoods? Yeah, we haven't even checked Skullwoods yet because we've been haven't found a Moon Pearl.
Exactly, but it's not going to be in its vanilla back. The back of Skullwoods could be somewhere else. So yeah, back of Skullwoods is like the only location we have not seen it. We also haven't seen the Tower of Hera, I don't think.
We haven't found that entrance yet either.
Which means it's most likely in the Dark World. Oh, never mind, there's Tower of Hera. It's hiding on the laser. It's hiding on Mivicate Bridge.
There it is. That is an entrance from the Dark World, so we're going to need the Moon Pearl before we can do anything in Tower of Hera, unless, of course, we decide to logic and do a bunny death.
Yep. And hey, the boat just in time for the Ice Narmos here.
hiding behind those ice armors. We're going to have 3 more chests to check. And we're doing a dead bunny glitch.
Mushroom. Small key. Piece of heart. We have still not found the moon pearl yet.
Oh, and all we're looking for now is that lantern, the net, the moon pearl. We found
Moon
everything
pearl?
else. The
Moon
2
pearl
medallions.
At this rate, moon pearl can be in the Moldorm chest.
Oh dear.
That is a very strong possibility. Notch is gonna go up and make sure. He ain't leaving any stone unturned at this point. And I do not blame him. What a wild ride this logic has been. It's all started with a pyramid trip to get the hook shot.
Oh, goodness gracious. And it opened up all these different seeds, but I say we still have not found that moon pearl, and there's so many places it could be. Although, since we have so many Dark World entrances that we haven't really been able to check or do anything with.
Yeah, the moon pearl might as well beat this Seed's ice rod. Because the ice rod certainly wasn't that hard to find.
I always said at the beginning there are 16 runners in this race. I'm sort of wondering if any of our other runners have found that moon pearl yet. Because if so, they're definitely going to be the first ones through.
I don't think moon pearl could be on Pyramid at Uncle. Here, folks. As we see, Notch pick up a safety fairy. The reason for that is moon pearl is not put in a place where you can super money is required, because that is because we're playing with the no glitches required logic. And technically, dropping down to talk to Uncle puts us in Super Bunny, which is a glitch.
Yeah, bringing up that we now have the ice rod, which puts Trinex in logic.
Oh, jeez. Just everything's in logic now. Everything.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. Not everything's in logic, but it's real close.
It might as well be at this point. The logic is just throwing us all for a loop. There's no making sense of it anymore.
And here, Michael K. finally working his way into the hookshot cave with the hookshot. He will be getting his fire rod, and then we'll be able to do his start his clear of
several dungeons. Not just Meyer, but a whole bunch of other dungeons. Notch is out of magic, and that's not a good sign there.
I was going to say, I think there's a little tiny pot right here, and there definitely was.
Yeah, but now has to be very conservative with his magic, because he needs at least half a meter in order to get to the torch puzzle. Thankfully, the wizard
shall receive.
Yeah, thankfully the wizard being kind to him. Having one in its drop pool. Second room whiz robes. It's 3 there.
Michael K. heading back into the front half of Turtle Rock, figuring he hasn't cleared that part out yet to see what he has up there. I mean, we know that we're not going to find anything significant, so hopefully he'll make that dip into Misery Mire very, very soon.
Yeah. Michael K. is now finally starting to go follow the trail of the logic here. I think Notch will have to wait here. He's taking a little too long to light these torches. Gonna wait for the top one to go out before he tries again.
Alright, he's through. We'll now see what the top 4 chests have for him. Makimino getting his rupee prize in the fire rod side of Turtle Rock.
Michael K taking another moment, checking his notes to see if we can figure out where this moon pearl is. And
Titan's bits at the top of the tower. 2 more chests left here. Our container.
And validation chest, what do you have for us?
What does the Molten chest have for us today? 3 spin attacks, we'll find out. If this is Moon Pearl,
But at least get this game moving.
it's Tempered Sword.
We have another sword, so we can continue fighting and continue our hunt for this moon pearl.
I think Michael K is done. He's checking the tablet. He's checking pedestal. I don't blame him. This is Moon Pearl. I don't think this can be Moon Pearl, but this is Moon Pearl. Thank you, Couch Cash.
Custom cash.
Head
No,
is
this is
dead.
not a pedestal seat, thank goodness.
This seat is bad enough as is.
I mean, I don't think it could possibly be because the entrance to Pod was from the Dark World, and so it has one of the crystals. There's just no way the moon pearl is going to be on the pedestal.
Yeah, that's true. Pettit was already dead. And Agatu is down. Not just gonna check the uncle at the very least. Agatu does not need to die, but maybe there's progression behind the uncle. Back to where it all began. The hookshot was on the pyramid. What's inside? It is the uncle drop down. Uncle
Just
has
a bundle of
arrows.
And another bottle with a fairy.
That's right, so... Ganon's Tower gave us a lot of progression, but it's not what we were looking for. Now, if Notch is smart, he'll go back up the pyramid and mirrors the chart checking the upper castle entrances. Doesn't look like that's on his mind, though.
It looks like he was... Well, he can't use his hammer right now, so he can't get himself down to the lower portion yet.
Yeah. So, he's thinking... Check some entrances here in the dark side.
If Michael K was still exploring around, we know he needs to head to Misery Mire, and the Misery Mire entrance, I believe, is in Hyrule Village, so he's not heading himself in the direction he needs to yet, but maybe he'll find something and get lucky and hit that Moon Pearl.
Yep, it's all the way over in Kakariko. And unfortunately, I think at this point we can confirm that... this is what Notch was looking for, Hookshot Cave. But he can't use the cave while in a bunny state. You need the Moon Pearl.
Oh, yeah, the bumper cave is right there. I mean, I guess you could do the death warp, but there's no real way to die inside of there. Here we got Michael K over. He's going to be taking out the rest of Desert Palace. Now that he has a fire rod, he's able to light those lanterns and get back and kill the land moles.
Yep. Yeah, this seed is all over the place now, but thankfully we're starting to finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm just looking at their tracker here, And I'm finding it absolutely hilarious that this seed looks to be a Moon Pearl Go mode.
But yeah, because we have Michael K. who's found the book. Whether the book is needed for Go mode is unknown. I mean, we still have 2 possible medallions that could be the Go mode, but right now it's looking like Moon Pearl.
Well, all the book, all the medallions do is unlock extra entrances. So they may not be required unless they're hiding Skull Woods.
Bonk Rocks, Moon Pearl, let's go.
Bonk Rocks being checked. It is just a shop here.
I think that Cactrock is doing a great job expressing everyone's emotions towards the seed.
Could we have Moon Pearl's game? No, I believe. Yeah, we have Tower Hero on the Dark Laser Bridge, on the Dark Mimic Bridge, on the left side. So we have to have the Moon Pearl in order to complete the seed, unfortunately.
Notch finding Quake there up on top of that.
Yeah. Where is this Moon Pearl?
Chat bringing out that we have not checked Board Cave entrance. We have not checked Cave 45. We have not checked. Oh, we know the can't be the Magic Bat. That's actually Ganon's entrance right there.
Yeah. Well, someone's found the Moon Pearl because we have an overall finisher of this race, and wow, what a fast time that was. The winner of this overall of this race is Pink Kitty Rose with an official time of 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 42 seconds. GG to her.
Incredible. Anyone want to contact her and see if she can tell us where the Moon Pearl is?
Jacober, the dungeon that is Moon Pearl locked is Tower of Hera. It is on the Turtle Rock Bridge here on Dark Death Mountain, left side.
Who's going to check the entrance into Turtle Rock is blocked by Bombos. We have not found Bombos yet. So we also don't know if that's a needed entrance or not.
We might be here a while.
All right, I'm going to go get some ice cream.
Don't do that. You're... Anyway, we're now seeing Michael Cage checking Skull Woods. This is unfortunately not in logic because he does not have the Moon Pearl, but maybe we can find it somewhere.
At this point in time, with all the chests we've checked, I'm totally okay breaking logic and figuring out how the logic works later.
Yeah. And that is the location that could be the back of Skull Woods, or it could be another entrance, but we don't have the Moon Pearl to check it.
And maybe we're going to go up here and he's going to give him... Oh, he's not going to do a pedestal check. He was on the verge. Like, it might be worth it, but it's okay, but it's just cash on the pedestal.
Yeah. High five in the Lost Woods here, as our runners are trying to explore where they can't go. And no, Super Bunny is not in logic, big folks. This is a reminder. Keep in mind that Super Bunny is technically a glitched state, and the seed is designed to put its items in a way that you can get through the entire seed 100% without using glitches. Parago's lifting up this rock to find the witch's hut, and hey, we found a mushroom, did we not?
We absolutely found a mushroom. We found that up in Ganon's tower.
Which means that could be our Moon Pearl as well. Not just gonna go ahead and turn that in.
That's a wild slide to figure all that out.
Is it the Moon Pearl, and are we finally in go mode for Notch? Well, actually, no, it would be no mode now that I think about it. Because he doesn't know where Tower Hera is or Skull Woods. But he'd be in an item go mode.
Yeah, item-wise, he'd have everything that he would need, but he doesn't know where the Tower of Hera is.
Alright. Mushroom led to Moon Pearl! There we go! It was behind GT all along! That is item go mode for Notch at 1 hour 50 minutes.
Absolutely incredible. You needed to go through Ganon's tower in order to get the mushroom in one of the things, then have the power gloves to lift up that would be the normal entrance to Death Mountain, and then realize that you had to turn the mushroom in order to get it. Incredible.
So, folks, let me give you guys what the logic wanted you to do from the get-go. They wanted you to go to the Dark Pyramid to get your hookshot off the ledge. Use it to get your fire rod. While along the way, find your hammer and the cane of Samaria. Dive Misery Mire for your flippers. Find the dam, which is right next door. Go into Swamp. Get your boots and your power glove. Use your boots to get pretty much everything else you need for this seed. And then use the mushroom you found in Ganon's Tower to get your Moon Pearl. What a seed! And we still don't have the lamp, which puts the flute in logic, or the silver arrows, but we don't really care about the lamp now, do we?
Not anymore. We've got our fire rod, unless we have to do the dark rooms, but it looks like Misery Mire is going to be a pendant, and so we don't have to worry about the dark rooms in Misery Mire. We don't have to worry about the dark rooms in Aghanim 2. So I think, yeah, we do not need that lamp.
Yeah. Here's the thing, it all started with the knowledge that items you can just pick up on the ground as a bunny are in logic.
Just incredible.
And that is true in inverted mode as well, if you're still having trouble with that. Any NPCs you can talk to, any item you can pick up as a bunny, those are in logic. And the book leads us nowhere. Not required. Notch checking the Skullwoods back entrance. Not required as well. Michael K needs to go to Misery Mire back in Kakariko Village. That is the piece of the puzzle he is missing.
Absolutely. He's going to go back to Kakariko Village so we can go into Misery Mire. And that'll lead him to getting his flippers, which will open a lot of stuff up. But even then, we saw how long it took Notch in order to put all those pieces together. And it's like, I think it's kind of a bold move to say, oh, I'm here again, it's Tower. Let's just take the whole thing out right now.
Jake Over, Mushroom was in Ganon's Tower, I believe, behind the Ice Armos.
I think the mushroom was in the randomizer room.
Yeah, Mushroom. Let me just break down what we found in Ganon's Tower. We found the bow on the torch. We found the cape. We found the ice rod. We found the mushroom. We found the magic powder. We found 2 sword upgrades. We found the cane of Burna.
And the Titan's bits.
And the Titan's bit. Titan's bit and the tempered sword were all the way on the top floor. Ganon's Tower was loaded on all fronts. And the bug net too, of course. Can't forget about that.
And the piece of the puzzle that we needed in order to get the Moon Pearl.
Yes, so Michael K needs to go into Misery Mire. I don't expect a second finisher for quite a long time.
Yeah, with this level of complicated logic just to get the Moon Pearl, it's such a necessary item. It's going to be a while before we have a second finisher.
Noct is still looking for dungeons, actually. He does not know where Tower Hair is. He does not know where Skull Woods is. And hasn't done nearly as thorough of checks, I think, in the Dark World.
That's correct. There's still a bunch of entrances that we haven't seen. So we haven't seen Cave 45. We haven't seen Checkerboard Cave. And there's a few like that were mirror locks that we haven't had a chance to check yet.
Yeah. Once again, our Moon Pearl was only found in an hour and 50 minutes. And something Notch might be looking for is the silvers, but you might as well just go to Ganon at this point if you're going to find the silver arrows. Because we've checked pretty much everywhere else. For those of you confused about the goal, Crystal's goal is defeat Ganon, except Agatu is not required to be slain. So, pretty much, just collect the 7 crystals and go to Ganon, wherever you may find them.
All right, so Michael K is checking the Super Bunny Cave now. We'll hopefully work his way back to Kakariko and jump into Misery Mire very soon, because that's his next logical step.
Alright, so yeah, Noct has to start looking around for dungeons here. This is what he needs to do. And you can start checking a lot more entrances now, so this seed is still wide open. And ladies and gentlemen, we've had our second and third place finishers come in. Haikutai finishing in second with 157.36. I am the Swartz in third, 157.42. Oh, and Hizion coming in at 157.47 as well. So we've got our top 4. Nope, I stand corrected. Top 5 in play because Bonta just came in with a time of 158.06. I think we might still be here a while. Just saying.
At least we're getting all these checks in now. Michael K going ahead and finding himself a shop up at what is the Dark World side of Sanctuary. And Hammer Peg is going to be checked here in a few seconds. Here we have Michael K coming down, and he's going to be checking the hardly ever seen Curiosity Shop.
And Noct checking the cave only got the Dark Ice Rod hint tile.
And we find Mimic Cave at the exit, which would be the entrance to the maze race.
Yeah. So another entrance that could have another item here.
Oh, thank goodness. We didn't have enough cash to beat the game yet. I guess at this point, the only thing the knockers are looking for are the entrances for a few of the dungeons and those silvers. So I don't see them really taking the time to stop by and check out any more chests that are out of the way.
Yeah, gonna check this Cave Stopper Grove now. Also known as Cave 45, but I think that's kind of a dumb name, to be perfectly honest.
I agree with you. I like calling it the O Cave because you got that little ring of O trees right outside of it.
South of the Grove also makes sense, though. Because it's, well, literally south of the Grove. And also just call it the Grove Cave, because it's the only one that's nearby.
Well, I was more happy with what he found. He found his way to the bar.
Oh, hey, there's the other side of Bumper Cave. And here's the Hype Cave entrance. This Hype Cave actually behind it for once.
We find ourselves on the top side of a transition cave.
Yep. And we do not have anyone who has forfeited just yet in IRC, so there's being tenacious on the seat, and props to them. This one is kind of rough if you don't know where to go.
Isn't that the curse of randomized entrances?
I mean, it's baseline and Zelda 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, no forfeits just yet for this race. Where was the pearl? The pearl was on the witches, and the mushroom was in Ganon's tower. Along with most of our progression items.
Yeah, this seed was kind of mean in that it made you go into Ganon's tower, have a lot of items when you went into Ganon's tower, and then at least 7 or 8 progression items were all in there.
Yeah, including the bow, which was on the torch. For those wondering where Ganon's tower was, it's in the Bonk Rocks behind Link's house. I guess evil doesn't live. I guess that is the saying is true. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. It makes sense.
And yeah. Ice Palace is just holding the interest in number 2, but since he's already beaten Desert Palace, we're going to nope out of there real fast.
Yeah, and okay, playing the archery game.
Those seemed like raid shots going on right there. That's what Tucker certainly doesn't need the money.
So boots were in the southern chest of Swamp Palace, and also in Swamp Palace was the Power Glove. In order to get to Swamp, you need the flippers out of Misery Mire, and the hammer, which was found in a random cave. The Cane of Samaria was found, and also in a random cave. And the hook shot, the crux of this entire seed, actually, that was on the pyramid. You had to walk there as a bunny.
Absolutely true. I've only played a Crossworld myself once before, but even in that one, I spent a lot of time walking around as a bunny before I found the Moon Pearl as well. I think just got to get used to being a bunny person.
Yeah, this has not been a nice seed by any means of the word.
Let's go back and check that checkerboard cave, Nach. And here we have pod, and we're gonna get a full, complete. Oh no, this is only a green pendant. So probably just gonna be checking chests, I guess.
Yeah. Most likely.
Are we in that much of an urge to find the silver arrows, or possibly the lantern?
Lantern would help against Ganon because... Well, think about this for a second here. We're going to be doing a tempered silverless fight, which is not that bad. But magic consumption could be an issue. And I think that's what Notch is worried about the most. He's probably not as experienced with the silverless fight as other runners.
I see, and you make a good point about magic consumption, because without that we have to use the fire rod, and we have not found half magic yet. So that's another thing that's kind of eluding us.
Yeah, so he either wants to find half magic or the lamp, so he has an easier time doing silverless on Ganon. Or just the silver arrow so he doesn't have to worry about it at all.
We know we're not going to find anything of huge significance, at least in the front half of Pod. Michael K. already did a bony death earlier in the game, and he cleared out most of Pod.
And yeah, just to give you guys the list of what items we found inside of Candace Tower, we found the bow, the magic cape, the cane of Burna, the magic powder, the mushroom, which was needed for the moon pearl. We found a sword upgrade. We found another sword upgrade, and we found the Titan's mitts up top. I think I'm forgetting something.
Oh, the bug catching net.
Oh yeah, the net, which isn't technically progression, but still an important item.
It's still swag.
Yeah, so Michael K needs to go to the chest one screen south to get his flippers.
He's going to head over to the left side. Before you can get to that particular chest, you've got to knock the blue-red switch. And Wizard over there is probably going to check his firelock chest as well.
Yeah, once Michael Key gets his flippers, he'll start being on the right track here. Because he's done all the flippers checks, with the exception of the Meyer Shed.
And Michael K taking a death and hopefully restarting his way back into Misery Mire.
Yeah. This is quite the nasty seed. If you don't know what to expect here.
At least they did give us both mails towards the very beginning, but Michael, when he picked up his red mail, he noped out of that real fast. He's like, no, I will not have a red mail.
Yeah, he reset. I mean, the pink hair on the Inkling is much nicer when you have blue mail, for the blue mail colors. He's got to check this chest here.
Yeah, he'll go down there. He just has to go hit that red-blue switch first. It's over on the west side.
From examining the seed to make sure it was a crystal skull, yes, quick stop is an option the runners can use. In which case, they use Eleanor to just quickly swap their items around.
And Nock realizing that there's nothing in those chests that he was looking for, and with Sword King just going to be giving you a pendant, there's no real need to go ahead and finish the rest of this dungeon.
Yeah, he could think there's something on Sarhasrilla, but
really, there's no point.
And Checkerboard Cave giving us nothing but a fairy life refill. So we're on to find the next entrance. Still looking out for that Tower of Hera.
Well, we know where Tower of Hera is. We're looking for Skull Woods at this point.
Oh, that's right. I don't remember where Tower of Hera is.
Tower of Hera is on the left side of the dark bridge that leads you to the big chest of Turtle Rock normally.
Oh, that's right. We did find Tower of Hera up there.
So it's essentially a connector inside a connector. Blue boomerang found by Notch. I don't remember where the right side of that cave goes.
Oh
no! Michael Kitty got sniped before getting the big key of the dungeon. I believe it was right there anyway. But that's okay. He just needs to flip the crystal switch and go check the chest just next to the big chest. That's where the flippers are. While we have a lull in the action here is Notch running around checking out the entrances, and Mike is going back through Misery Mire for the third time. Make sure to give these runners a follow here. They are showing some tenacity here, sticking with the sea for 2 hours, and when we just only found the Moon Pearl an hour and 50 minutes in.
The Moon Pearl is a very recent find, and so the runners are just going around and around and around trying to find everything, and they're like, what am I missing? But check it out, I'm really impressed.
Yeah. For those wondering, Moon Pearl might as well have been our item go mode for this race. It was literally the last time you were expected to find in the logic, outside of Silver Arrows, maybe. And the lamp.
Oh, that's right. Silvers are, logic-wise, needed for Ganon, and so they're not going to hide them and not be able to find the silvers.
Yeah, because Silverless is also technically a glitch. My way's going back into Misery Mire. There's the lures from Michael K. Finally, that is the piece of the puzzle he's been missing this whole time.
This is going to lead Michael over to checking out what we have in Swamp Palace, and he'll go into Swamp Palace, and he'll be able to find in Swamp Palace his gloves and his boots.
Yeah, more importantly though, the boots, because the boots will lead him to the mirror, as well as into GT, which has pretty much the rest of the progression he needs for the seed.
Not going to be realizing that Vitreous is more than what it's worth.
Triggering the rare guard sighting. I think Michael K is trying to find his way into Turtle Rock right now, which is in the lower left. Could also just be going into this house to go. Oh, he's going to Ice first.
That's right. Nock has not cleared Ice Palace yet, but he found Ice Palace. He's got everything he needs.
He's not going to go to Ice Palace though, because it's another pendant. At this point, he's just trying to.
Right. Good reason to take out Cold Stare. We already went through this battle earlier today.
So now she's still looking for the last couple of dungeons here. And it's been a while since we had a finisher, but we now have our 6th place, Shire, with its official time of 2 hours, 14 minutes, 27 seconds. That's roughly a 25-minute difference between 5th and 6th.
This is a really, really complicated seed. I understand why everyone's still running all over the place. I have to say that even if I had the mushroom, I would check absolutely everything else before trying to turn the mushroom in. It just wouldn't come to me to do that. And it was so required.
I misspoke there, actually. It's more like a 15-minute gap. But still, it's quite a gap. And it probably wasn't the moon pearl so much as trying to figure out where the dungeons were. There's finally the boots for Michael K. And he's blocking the chest. He's raging. I don't blame him. He's happy that he finally found his boots. Going the back will be wise here.
So happy he found the boots, but why? Oh, why did it take so long?
Yeah, Michael K can finally make some progress here. He does know where Hera is, to his credit, so he'd only have to figure out where the back of Skull Woods is, and then he's done. After, you know, cleaning up the rest of the overworld. Cleaning up GT, which he doesn't know where that is.
And that's the big catch. Once Michael finds GT, he'll have the stuff that says he has a piece of information that Noct doesn't have yet.
And you know what? I'm going to predict this right now. Top of the pyramid is the back of Skull Woods. Or not the top of the pyramid. Top of Hyrule Castle is the back of Skull Woods. One of those entrances. One of those 3 entrances is our path into Skull.
That makes a lot of sense based on what we haven't seen. And we have the mirror, we have the Dark World access as the easy way to get up there.
Yeah. I'm honestly surprised Noct didn't check it right away. He probably doesn't know about the mirror logic. That's always something you have to keep in mind, is how the mirror interacts with the Dark World and what entrances are available to you as a result. I could definitely tell you, the first time I tried inverted mode, that definitely tripped me up that I could backdoor into GT because of the mirror logic.
Oh, and here we have Michael. Michael still hasn't gotten into Ganon's tower yet, so he'll also be using hammer strats and white sword strats in order to take out Argus.
Yeah, going for a double grab strategy in which he does 2 spins. 2 grabs and then followed by a spin.
And so it looks like Michael K is about to go ahead and check to see what's on Turtle Rock. We know that it's Bombos. We have not found Bombos yet, so he won't be able to get into the entrance of Turtle Rock here, but...
Both entrances of Turtle Rock, both entrances that are medallion locked require Bombos, and that's the one we haven't found yet. But there are these caves up here that he hasn't seen. And there's Eastern Palace. That's actually one of the dungeons we haven't seen yet. I completely forgot about this one.
I think we saw it, but it got noped out of really quickly, because I remember seeing it earlier this race in that spot. All right, Michael K taking down his Argus fight.
Yep. And now finally has access to Ganon's Tower, where the rest of his item progression will be. But he's gonna go back in and make sure that Left Side Swamp's not there. Considering how much of the seed he's last location, I don't blame him for this.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. At this point in time, we've been running around. He's like, I'm still not in go mode yet. I'm not leaving any stone unturned.
Speaking of go mode, someone has found go mode and has finished already. Plasma Kappa in 7th place with a time of 2:17:35. GG's to those who have finished thus far. This is not an easy seed.
That's GG's to those who ran, and a special GG to Pink Kitty Rose coming in first, really knocking this out in an incredible time.
Yeah. I was actually tuned into her earlier today, and she was actually warming up with the cross keys. But today is just not a Keysanity variant. This is just standard entrance.
Keysanity only if you feel like playing the game for 4 hours. My goodness. And Nach making quick work of that dark room there in Eastern Palace. He'll eventually have another one to do. The next dark room coming up is the one that has the Igors in it. And the only tricky thing with Igor is we know that the right Igor is holding the key that you need to progress. So, however, he does have the Ether Medallion, so if he needs a quick peek, he can use that.
You could also just use the fire rod.
With the lanterns that are on either side, yes.
Yeah. The lanterns are on each corner of the room when you enter the room, so you can easily just light it up and see your way through. Igor is still giving Nock a hug. And Michael K about to get the big key here. Like, oh, I'm not done yet, really?
Yeah, Michael K's got to go check that big chest, and then he'll be out of here. And hopefully on his way, he'll check out those bonk rocks and find his way into Ganon's tower. And then he will be on the go.
Alright, Red Igor falling for Notch. About to go fight the Armos Knights.
Fighting the the first Armos Knight second time around.
Alright, is Notch gonna go straight to checking the bonkers? No, he's gonna go straight to get his mirror. Makes sense to me. There's the
Bombos.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, though?
I'm going to still call it a bad thing because now that opens up the entrances at Turtle Rock and it opens up the entrance at Misery Mire. So you have two more places that you have to go check if you're looking for items or entrances.
Well, in Notch's case, he's right next to Turtle Rock. This wouldn't be that bad.
That is a good point.
And he can easily flew to Mire. Alright, so we'll see what Bombos has in store for us. And Michael K using another trick of setting up Super Bunny with a mirror activation on the same frame he enters the door. The entrance to Turtle Rock is open, but what's inside? It's Mini Moldorm Cave! We have not seen this yet!
Check 4 more chests. Let's hope for that that lantern or those silver arrows.
Check 5 chests even, because you got the NPC as well. 20 rupees, arrows, another 20 sea house found by Michael K. The silvers have been found!
Air the silvers.
Silvers were inside the Turtle Rock entrance. And Notch is probably feeling very comfortable right now. Still does not know where Hera is. Still does not know where the back of Skull Woods is, though. There's Hera, though, on your screen right now for Notch. He just passed it. It's on the bridge, but he can only get there through another connector. Reading the tablet there, Bombos, or Ether tablet rather, just some couch cash.
Now, is this version of logic also the one that says that there will not be a progression item on top of tablets?
I want to say that quirk is in play, yes, but I could be wrong. I think Entrance uses a slightly different logic system than the vanilla. The randomizer. And let's see what's behind the Bombos Medallion here in Misery Mire. Inside. Oh no!
It's just the old man.
It's the old man. And Notch is not going to need the book. He's going to mirror and check this entrance. Or not. Never mind. He already did that, apparently.
Michael K checking the rest of these cave entrances here on the eastern side of Death Mountain, but we know what Michael K needs to be doing is heading his way to the bonk rocks behind Link's house, and that'll give us his entrance to Ganon's tower.
And we have another finisher, P-Train in 8th. 2:25.58 is his finishing time.
Michael K making his way into Desert Palace, and I believe he has what he needs to full clear this dungeon as well.
Yep. So
not the back entrance, it's just the main area. So we'll be able to check those the chests, but he'll have to find the other entrance.
So yeah, I'm predicting right now that Skullwood's end back is on the top of the pyramid. Or top of Hyrule Castle.
That's a good prediction. Everything else seems to have been checked at this point in time.
Yep.
Well, there's still, I think, Graveyard Ledge that hasn't been checked. The Mirror Ledge.
We also have Nock. You know, we didn't have the Moon Part before, so this is our first chance to actually check the pod entrance.
There's also the King's Tomb that we haven't seen yet either.
Nock hit the King's Tomb earlier on.
Oh yeah, Nox. Okay, so you probably should also check Graveyard Ledge while I was over there.
I actually don't remember him checking the Graveyard Ledge. I don't think we had the mirror at the time.
No, that's the first thing he did. Michael K is back in Hera. Maybe let's see if we can keep an eye on where he finds his way over here. Maybe we get an idea where Nock needs to go. Michael K is super bunnying his way into Hera.
Michael K has been the Super Bunny for like 3 or 4 dungeons so far this seed. It's been incredible. He's such a good runner.
Yeah, shout out to him. Alright, Dark Fortune Teller's Hut. Today, that is Super Bunny Cave. And Michael K is doing Bunny Revival Glitch. If you're asking about Michael K's timer, folks, as just a reminder, he did not start it when we started the race, so it's turned out. There it is! The back of Skull Woods was that bumper cave this whole time!
Oh, was it the bumper cave? My goodness! Alrighty, we are now in
no mode.
Yes!
No mode. Because Notch does not know how to get to Tower Hera. We know where it is, but we don't know where to go to get there. It's on the Dark Bridge on Dark Death Mountain, left side. There is no other way to get there except through a connector of some kind. And I don't think Nock has found Thieves Town either. Now that I think about it.
You know, we had Michael K clear Thieves Town like pretty early on, so it's not going to be that difficult of a check to find. But we do know that he did a Super Bunny in order to do it, so it was a Dark World.
Yeah, for the record, folks, timers that we use are for are the runner's personal timers. So all Michael K's timer did was not start. So all that means is he just doesn't have an indication of how long he's been going.
That takes out Skull Woods for our friend Nach.
Yes, and I think he is going to check Graveyard Ledge here. This can't lead to Hera because Michael K's not been able to get to Hera without the mirror. That's something to point out. Hera is not mirror locked. So the question I have is, where is the entrance that leads us to Hera? Chess game!
Chess game, why not?
Meanwhile, Moldorm is falling on Michael K's side. Don't think we found anything of importance here in Hera, unfortunately.
And the Moldorm has fallen.
Okay, so we're getting a confirmation in chat. Notch has to go back into desert, actually. And use the right side exit. The emergency exit that no one ever uses. So probably doesn't know it exists.
Oh, that's right, because that's
get to
how
Hera.
they got there.
And I believe Thieves Town is at the lakeside shop here in the Dark World. South of south of the Hammer Pig things over here.
I'm pretty sure Nach knows what that is. I think he found Thieves Town earlier and just decided not to clear the whole thing because he didn't have the Moon Pearl yet.
Yeah, he didn't have the Moon Pearl, which makes perfect sense.
And that's right, underneath the rock near the Ice Rod Cave is where we're going to find our entrance to go ahead and finish off Turtle Rock.
Yeah. There is Laser Ridge, but I don't recall if that one was actually viable or not.
Yeah, I think the entrance to Laser Bridge was on top of Death Mountain Escape, the drop down right there, and so I think there's no way to get there without going through that main part of Turtle Rock.
Ah, right. Darkwood Lumberjack Hut. Okay, that's where it was. That's where T-Sound was. It's so hard to keep track of these entrances sometimes. I'm not taking notes, but I'm still keeping up to some degree.
Glad we got our friends in chat to keep us honest.
Yes, thank you, chat.
Son of Poor, I agree with you. Okay, and so here comes Knock. He'll probably mirror his way on over and take that entrance there. We have an unknown dark room right there. I was hoping he was going to use his ether so we could see exactly where it led. In that room, I always pick up some extra bombs just in case. And here is Hype Cave, finally found. And it gives us our lantern so we can check out the dark room that we had just left. This looks to be the back side of one of the rooms from Death Mountain.
Ah, I see. We found the lamp. Where was that? And the mirror shield.
I didn't catch where the mirror shield was. The lantern we found inside of Hype Cave, which was just outside of the Dark World Ice Rod Cave.
Well, now we found that finally. Yeah, both in Hype Cave it seems. Not taking a connector here. This will not lead him to where he needs to go. It puts him here. Marion to check the cave. Wait! That's a paradox, isn't it? The first entrance led to the second.
Hey, wait a second. That's not supposed to happen in randomizers. Things falling in logic?
Schrodinger's house or something. I don't know.
Now, wouldn't it be funny if we had a randomized entrance?
You broke up there quite a bit, unfortunately. I didn't quite hear what you said.
Oh, I said I thought it'd be really funny if we had an entrance for randomizer and it fixed Paradox Cave.
That would be hilarious, actually. Very unlikely, but still funny.
Absolutely. All right. So we are looking for Nock. We want Nock to work his way into Thieves Town, which we have discussed that Thieves Town is... Oh, you have to remind me again.
Thieves Town is the Dark Lumberjack Cave. Desert Palace right exit leads to the Tower Hera. And then after that, he just needs to go through Turtle Rock to finish on Trinex. Which looks like that's what he's doing.
Yeah, Turtle Rock. The entrance is right here. It's underneath that big rock there. So he'll be doing Turtle Rock next. For him to work his way to the bonk rocks behind Link's house, where he'll work his way up to Ganon's Tower, and in Ganon's Tower he'll find 6 or 7 of his progression items.
Yep, and here we go. Notch just found his way into Turtle Rock, but he's ailing out.
I don't understand that logic either.
I think he wants to find Laser Bridge? I forget where the Laser Bridge entrance is. I don't think it was... Yo, no, it wasn't viable. It was up in the Night World site emergency exit.
He's got the big key to Turtle Rock. He has the Cane of Samaria and both the Fire and Ice Rod. He has everything he needs to complete Turtle Rock. I'm wondering why he noped out of there.
Yeah, he's also got all the keys, I believe. He's full cleared the dungeon.
Are these rage bonks or what's going on here?
I have no idea. I mean, the scene is taxing on our runners here.
So it looks like Michael's taking a minute to try to figure where all the stuff is.
Yeah, this scene has thrown everyone for a loop.
I don't have speedrun lines load up, but how are we doing with, has anyone forfeited yet?
We have had a couple of people forfeit, sadly, across the time him going, but when I called the 8th place a while ago at the 2:25 minute mark, that has been still the most recent finisher. And our winner of this race came in over 50 minutes ago. So I'm going to go ahead and read their comment here because it's actually fitting here. There. The potential for variance in the seat is incredible. Yikes.
Oh, yes.
Very accurate, actually. It is definitely showing right now. That's for sure. And remember how I said there was no new finishers? Well, there's one just now. For Aim in 9th place with an official time of 2 hours, 40 minutes, 34 seconds. Michael Caine now in Ice Palace.
Mr. making his run through here looking for these items, but no, we know that Ice Palace is not holding anything that's a progression item, and Ice Palace is just a pendant, and so we're gonna be waiting a good bit of time before we continue to move on.
Dark Bonk rocks being checked by Notch. It is Spike Cave.
Now Nock realizing that he is in go mode, he's really just looking for these entrances now, because he doesn't need that book.
For those of you who are just now tuning in, no, Notch does not know where Hera is. Michael K knows where Hera is. And I don't think Notch knows where Thieves Town is either, and if he does, he's forgotten. So as a reminder for those in chat, Thieves Town is simply... I think we just saw a swag hover from Michael K. Thieves Town is at the Dark Lumberjacks. You have to go back in the desert, though, right side entrance, to get to Hera. Only way. And right side entrance is not one you normally take, so it makes sense that he forgot about that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, the entrance to Tower of Hera is on where Mimic Cave would be, but it's on the left side. So you have to get to that bridge, and the only way to get out of that bridge is by going the right side of Des out.
Yeah. More accurately, it's on the bridge that connects the laser eye wall to the Turtle Rock Big Key chest in normal play.
Oh, that's right. Mimic Cave is a Light World thing. That was my mistake.
Yeah. It's still the same bridge that you have to cross and then mirror to. But it's still quite annoying that it's there in the first place. Notch is in the backside of the old man's cave.
Nock is still trying to find the Tower of Hera entrance, and he doesn't remember where the Thieves Town entrance is, but he knows where Turtle Rock is, and for some reason he hasn't decided not to go attack Turtle Rock quite yet.
Yeah. So both runners are missing key information here. On Michael K's side, he did not get the hookshot of the flippers until very late, and is yet to find Ganon's tower, which is behind Link's house, and that holds like 8 different progression items, including the item that unlocks the Moon Pearl. Let me put it this way: Notch found the Moon Pearl and was in item go mode as 1 hour 50 minutes in. The seed is kind of brutal. Not checking this entrance here. It's just a shop.
And while we've been talking, AK Drist coming in 10th place with a time of 2 hours, 44 minutes, 10 seconds. The field is slowly trickling in now. Lots of people got tripped up by this Moon Pearl, I think. Really, this entire scene started with the fact that you had to go get the hook shot from the pyramid by walking there.
Absolutely, a really complicated set of things right there, because normally you would go, even if you would be Aghanim and get yourself, you're already on top of the pyramid. Here you had to get into the Dark World as a bunny and walk to the pyramid.
I see ring now being checked by Michael K. It is only the map, sadly. And Cooper Fox, no, we have not seen where Aga Tower was either. Not just checking the library room again. He's just double checking all his entrances at this point. And yes, as a reminder, folks, the overall winner of this race was Pink Kitty Rose with a time of 1 hour, 46 minutes and change. I don't have the time in front of me anymore. And we are gonna see a cold stare attempt. Maybe. For Michael Cabe.
If we can get ourselves full magic, if we don't find a full magic jar right here, we're not gonna be able to take on Cold Stare because we don't have bombos.
I think Michael Key is fine. I think Michael Key has a blue potion. What the? Like he was trying to do some damage duping, but unfortunately he failed. Alright, so both our runners are admittedly still kind of lost here. I think their brains have melted a little bit in this seed. Notch just finally found Turtle Rock's laser eye room. And we'll use that to descend into Gannis Tower proper.
Yeah, so we're going to be able to use this and be able to take out and finish Turtle Rock from this vantage point.
Still need to head the Dark Lumberjack, though.
For those just tuning in, we are waiting for Nock. He needs to find his way over to the Dark Lumberjack Cave so he can go in and take care of Thieves Town. We're waiting for Michael K to work his way into Ganon's Tower, which you can find at the Bonk Rocks behind Link's house.
Yes. And as a reminder, folks, there are no key shuffles. There's no key shuffle in this one. This is just a standard entrance seed.
But a really nasty randomized entrance seed.
Yeah, the item logic is what's bad, though. The entrances have been okay for the most part. Nothing too terrible.
I'm going to call the Tower of Hera pretty bad, but the rest of them are fine. The Tower of Hera entrance is kind of mean. Michael K with an almost full magic refill is going to make that dip back in. He really thinks there's something hiding on Cold Stare.
I think it's his Moon Pearl. He's desperately looking for it now.
Michael K did a really good job checking the mirrorable locked places since he picked up his mirror, but he hasn't checked all the boots locked places yet.
Notch found the front entrance of the Turtle Rock, but he hasn't found... He's not going to find his way to Laser Bridge there if he wants a quick seed. I don't know why he's avoiding it.
He's found all of the entrances to the Turtle Rock, but he's still holding back as though he's missing an item.
He's not missing an item, though.
You did find the ice rod in Ganon's tower. Unless I made a mistake on the tracker, I'll wait till he pauses again and I'll look for it.
No, I saw the ice rod. Oh no. Oh no. Could he have mismarked his tracker? Could he think he does not have the ice rod?
I'm thinking that's what's going on. He's searching everywhere for the ice rod. Get the chicken.
Oh! Oh, okay. So, here's what he's got to do. He's burned a key in Turtle Rock, so he's looking for the entrance to Laser Bridge, because that's the only way he can get to Trinex.
Because he's short a key. Okay, I understand now.
Yeah. And it's at Bumper Cave Lightworld side, which is a mirror, which means he needs to find his way to where the book is and mirror. And I already forget where the book was.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I don't remember where the book was either. I know that Michael K picked it up, and that was about it.
Well, I know the book where the book was. It's on Bumper Cave, obviously, but I don't remember where the entrance was that led to it.
Chat, the answer is yes. You do need the ice rod in order to beat Trinex. It's the only way to get any kind of damage done to the fire side, the fire head of Trinex.
Yes. And if you can consider a weakness, it is also the weakness of Moldworm, and is the intended way you defeat him actually in vanilla. Or at least that's what the desert tried to egg you on to do so. Checking magic bat. Nope, not even gonna bother.
Michael K taking a death to cold stare again. Let's see if he's going to try to make that triple dip and take him out a third time.
Alright. We're still looking here, folks. Nearly 3 hours and going. Oh, the fortune teller cave. Those super bunnies where Nox needs to go, which is at the fortune teller backed by Village of Outcasts.
Aha!
All right, so now we have an idea where they need to go. Now the question is, when will they go there?
At this point in time, I think I'm going to start playing those silly chess games. Maybe they'll give me an entrance.
Alright, Notch is heading towards the Fortune Teller's hut. Okay, meanwhile, needs to go to 4. Goes to 3 instead.
Okay, needs to be in a bonking mood right now. I don't even know if he's checked Bonk Rocks itself, and so hopefully he'll catch up that idea real soon. But he's going back into Ice Palace. He really wants to get rid of Cold Stare. He thinks there's got to be something there.
Unfortunately, we know that is not the right answer.
We don't know what Cold Stare is holding, but we know it's not going to be a progression item because we have found every progression item that there is.
Yeah. We've been in item go modes for over an hour now. It's just been getting all the information to get it through the rest of the seed. Not just heading on his way up to...
He may find that entrance here. He knows where the book is now.
Yeah, he's gonna check Dark Lumberjack, and that'll be Thieves Town, so he'll clear that. Alright, so that's one dungeon he has now found.
All right, good job, Knock.
And has a blue potion as well, so that'll be helpful for later. Nice double kill there for Michael K. Now, Notch does not need anything from this dungeon except the crystal, so... Once he finds the... He's gonna check all these chests just for, Does he even check the chest? No, he's gonna go straight for the boss.
As soon as he finds that he's in item go mode, he has nothing that he even needs. There's no reason to check any chests.
Yeah, he just needs to get to blind.
Who's tuning in? Earlier in the game, Michael K did take out Thieves Town, but he did the Dead Bunny Super Bunny glitch in order to take care of Thieves Town there, and actually did a really fun bit where he used send all the palette kind of wild and crazy.
Yeah. And we just saw another trick from Michael K. He just slid into the stairs.
Yeah, that's a cool glitch that you can use when you're using the sword spin technique. And if you're moving down and left, you can actually glitch into the stairs, so you don't have to endlessly run back and forth across the ice trying to get down that set of stairs.
Yeah. Of course, I think skating is just a little bit faster anyway, so that's what I do. I just do rhythmic slashes to increase my speed on the ice.
And here we go, Cold Stare number 3. And let's take him down.
Now switching the hammer for the time being. So far, just using spin strikes. This isn't a pretty beefy boss to do with spins. Expertly using the top of the room here to block the ice. Oh, but the Cold Stare sneak in for a hug and takes him down.
And so that's 3 attempts at Cold Stare and no luck so far.
Oh, Nox gonna be off sequence here for the clean blind sequence.
Spent probably an hour working on getting that clean blind sequence. I just tend to use cape strats.
It's easy enough to set up. You just gotta make sure not to get hit in the You just gotta make sure to hit him as soon as possible in the first 2 phases, and then it should just be textbook from there. Okay, he's checking the block rocks. This is what he needs to do. He's found Cannon's tower.
All right, it's time to get some chests.
And he's immediately gonna check the torch and find his bow. So he knows he can full clear this place. He's gonna start left side. Which is also good because this is where the sword upgrade was.
Correct. After this is all said and done, does Michael K go back and get revenge on Cold Stare?
No. There's the sword upgrade.
We have a sword upgrade. Let's go ahead and keep using the hammer.
And there's the ice rod. Not just looking for the entrance needs to go in. He's closer than he realizes. He needs to go into Super Bunny and go to the other side and then mirror. He's not checking the fortune tellers out.
No, he is not. He is going to head somewhere else.
Checking these down. Now this entryway, that is Spectacle Rock. If he takes the connector here, that will not lead him anywhere he needs to go. He needs to commit to the Super Bunny Cave entrance. Cave and powder for Michael K. Or blue key and powder for Michael K, along with the big key. I just don't have anything. Top of Paradox Cave here.
What we're really looking for is that that entrance on the right side of Desert Palace.
Yeah. That'll lead him to Hera, but he also needs to go into Super Bunny Cave, which will lead him to the book, Buffer Cave Ledge. But then he needs to mirror and then go back into the emergency exit on the Light World side, which will then put him at the laser bridge for Turtle Rock, which has 3 small keys. He's not thinking with the mirror logic in mind here. But to be fair, he doesn't want to dive into a connector he's not sure about. There's the mushroom. That is where the Moon Pearl lies for Michael K.
Yes, the mushroom in the vanilla big key spot. And so what he did to do is come back with the mushroom and find where the mushroom to the witch. Then he goes into where the Death Mountain entrance is in the Dark World, and he'll find the other witch's hut. He'll pick up his Moon Pearl there.
Yes. Okay, is done with the left side of GT. Gonna check the right side now. Nothing much over there except the cape. And the net, of course. And upstairs is the tempered sword, which is in the Moldorm chest. And he's jumping out.
He's stepping out of. Hey.
Don't know.
I mean, he does have his mushroom. He has what he needs to get the moon pearl, but I'm not sure why he stepped out of Ganon's tower. Oh, he has the net. He wants to fill his bottles.
That makes sense. Tired of dying. Old man dropped down here for Notch. Not gonna take it, of course. Doesn't need to.
At this point in time, we still have not checked the two entrances at the castle tower. Going by the way, the ones that you have to mirror to.
Well, there's 3 entrances now because they have Master Sword. They can just break the gate on Aghanim's tower.
That's true. They also both have the cape, but yeah, we could definitely get into any one of those 3 entrances. But it seems like we don't really need to go in there.
Well, Michael K doesn't have the cape. I misspoke earlier. He has the blue cane. Cape was on Compass side. He didn't check there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was looking at 2 different screens at the time.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I just checked the entrances of this race now that we are 3 hours in. There is only one other runner besides these 2 who have not finished this race or forfeited.
Ooh, these guys are troopers.
They are
Props
indeed
to our
troopers.
friend Dr. Mike K.
Yes, shout out to them for their tenacity. Make sure to definitely give these guys a follow when all is said and done. Back at Desert has been found. Not the front, though.
We're going for a Houlihan check.
And yes, this is Crossworld, no Keysanity involved. Alright.
My friend Michael, go back to Ganon's tower. You will find all of the things.
He's already got everything he absolutely needs out of the tower, though.
That is true. Yeah, he needs to head his way over to turn that mushroom in.
Yep. But he doesn't know where the mushroom turn in reward is. And ladies and gentlemen, our 2 featured runners are now the last 2 in the race. Dr. Bob Tastic finishes in 11th place with a time of 3 hours, 9 minutes, 24 seconds.
Oh, GG's to him.
Alright, not checking back other entrances he's checked before. He's not gonna find any of the entrances he needs just on a quick poke in. He needs to check connectors. Oh my goodness, what did Michael K do?
Seems like he's trying to set up a Houlihan entrance, but I'm not really sure.
Can you... He's in zombie mode right now. Look at that. He's done a zombie glitch. He has no health.
That is awesome. I've never seen that before.
Neither have I. Alright, Notch going to the right side of Hyrule Castle. This spots him on top of a spectral rock, but this is not where he needs to go. I think what this accomplishes is Michael K is setting up for a Dark World fake flipper.
Oh, wow, that is fascinating.
But he dies.
But he has the fairy!
But he walked back down the ledge. He's not a fake flipper. And ladies and gentlemen, Michael K has thrown in the towel.
GG's to Michael K. Let's wait for him to come and join us in chat. We'll see what his thoughts and ideas are.
Meanwhile, Notch is in desert, going to the right side maybe, which will lead him to Hera.
Let's hope so.
Go in that direction.
We're about to find our way into Hera, and we will be going again.
Yep, Notch has found Hera. Now he just needs to find Turtle Rock, which is through Super Bunny.
And here we have Michael Kunze joining us in the chat. Welcome, my friend. GG's.
Yeah, GG's. Yeah.
Would you like to know where your Moon Pearl was?
Yeah, kinda, okay.
You actually found the catalyst for it, the mushroom in Ganon's tower. You have to turn it in, and then go to where the old man cave is in the light world to get your Moon Pearl.
Okay.
And in case you didn't find it in the Dark World version of that spot, Buffer Cave, that is where Mothula was hiding.
Yeah, I also never found the Eastern Palace.
That was Hookshot Cave's entrance.
Okay, so yeah, I kinda needed the moon for it.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it for that one.
With all the glitches and the super buddying, that was really, really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried at the end to 0 HP for Fairy Revival, but didn't realize that this would really reset me first on the land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made a strong effort, though, sticking with it for as long as you did. That has to speak to something.
For the most part, I did not really fail with the entrances at least, and rather failed on, remembering that I can do Maya with hookshot. I usually only do boots.
Yeah. And the hookshot itself was also kind of trolling you itself. It was on the pyramid. You had to actually walk there.
Yeah, and first time I died, that was really annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, the where Ganon's tower is hiding was not the nicest of things. But as soon as you get there, like you find everything inside of Ganon's tower.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much the best way to save the seed, Moon Pearl was your item go mode.
Yep.
Because the Titans were up at the top of the tower, a Temper Sword was at the Moldorm chest, and the cave was on right side. We found the lamp in Hype Cave at some point, but I didn't see where that was. Well, Mirror Shield was
I've
also...
never found Hive Cave, so yeah.
Yeah, Mini Molder here was also hiding. Being up on Death Mountain.
Yep. So yeah. How did Nak do in the seed?
Nock is still going. He found the Moon Pearl. He just can't find his way to Turtle Rock, which...
Ooh, Turtle Rock was pretty much everywhere in
Yes.
Kakariko.
But he used his key on the Vanilla Bakey chest.
Ooh.
So he's trying to find the Laser Bridge entrance, which is through just kind of weird. It's through Super Buddy, and then you have to mirror.
Yep. I at least never had to do this. I thought about it, but at least I found the stuff that exit for that pretty much kinda early.
Yeah, Notch is currently fighting Molden right now. This will be his sixth crystal of the match.
After this, all I have to do is take down Turtle Rock, and you just explained how he needs to get there. But first, Troll Dorm's going to be a little trolly.
Yep, pushing Knock back down, gonna have to try again. Oh, and yeah, Mini Boulder Cave have the silver arrows, by the way.
Yeah,
Almost remembered
okay.
that.
And Troll Dorm is trolly too.
I will say this, I've said it once, I'll say it again. Shoutouts to your tenacity at the very least. You played for as long as you could before throwing in the towel.
Yeah, I thought at least try to not forfeit before the Dollar Runner out in the region finished, but in the end it got a bit more annoying than I was hoping for.
Yeah.
And so Nock takes down his Troll Dorm. He now has 6 of the 7 crystals that he needs in order to end this. He'll be looking for his way over to Turtle Rock, which we have discovered that he needs to go into the Super Bunny Cave. And on the way out of the Super Bunny Cave, mirror over, and he'll find his entrance that he needs right there in order to get the last key from the laser bridge so he can make his way to Trinex.
Yeah.
Yeah, later bridge had a few keys.
I see you're entertaining us with a little bit of mirror trickery.
Yeah, just checking what's in Pyramid Ferry and stuff.
Alright. Appreciate that.
Okay, Pyramid Ferry is a ferry, just not anything useful.
Yeah, so for those tuning in chat, Michael K here has forfeited the race. One of our last 2 runners to be on, the other one being, of course, Notch here. Did you at least enjoy the seed for what it was?
I enjoyed the seed, not my all the mistakes that I had with Hookshot and Maya and everything.
Yeah. This was a fine seed. It could have gone a lot better, but the variance was extremely high, as our winner just mentioned.
Yeah. You just need to go to the right places and everything works out. or you check everything else and you don't get anything.
So you just showed us what was in Pyramid Game, not just picked Fallout the Super Bomb. So we were gonna see one way or the other.
Nice.
We're gonna figure something out here. We gotta know what the entrance is.
Yeah, neither one of you used the mirror to check the top 3 locations on the castle as well.
Oh, right, you can do that.
Something tells me that Notch does not know about the mirror trickery that the sea can do, and that's gonna be the thing that throws him off the most, given that he's the last one to finish.
I guess I can quickly check them soon.
I'd be interested to see what things are up there as well.
Yeah. So the 3 things we haven't seen yet. We haven't seen Aga Tower.
I can check Agator as well, so yeah, I have everything for that.
Perhaps Nock will check him while he's here right now, because he's doing the super bomb right now on the pyramid to see what we have inside of there.
Which we now discovered is a fairy thanks to Michael K.
And it looks like where he's going. He's bailing out and heading somewhere else.
Yeah. Mike K, meanwhile, is going to show us what's in the pyramid, what's on top of Hyrule Castle. Let's do some trickery. I'll answer the question here in chat from Nick Godfrey. Notch has found all the other entrances to Turtle Rock except for Laser Bridge, but he used his key, and 3 keys are on Laser Bridge itself. So the only way he can actually get to Laser Bridge and finish the seed is to find Laser Bridge, which is at the end of Super Bunny Cave. And I think maybe, hold on, is he finally checking it? Notch is checking Super Bunny. Go to the end, buddy.
But you're on the way there. We can finish this.
Get over there and mirror. Get over there and mirror. We might actually finally have Notch finish.
Skip the chests. You know where to go.
Meanwhile, Michael K is going to be gladly showing us what's up here on the top of the pyramid. Up the top of it. There's the curiosity shop. There's the book.
Ooh.
Mirror. No! No!
Mirror, no.
No! Notch!
So close.
So close and yet so far. Oh, Ice Rod Cave was up on there, and inside was a heart container. Yay.
Needed heart container.
Was it Vanilla Aga Tower?
Yes, Vanilla Agatower.
Alright.
Oh. There it is, in the vanilla spot.
Alright. Notch, please. Try again, and this time mirror. Is he going back? Come on, Notch.
I hope so. Come on.
No!
Oh!
I don't know where he's going anymore. The answer is through Spectacle Rock Cave. Or, not Spectacle Rock, Super Bunny Cave. He just needs to mirror at the end, but he chose not to do it. So Notch most definitely does not realize what all he can check with a mirror in tow.
That is correct. Yeah, there's so many mirror things since his entrances are completely randomized. At least he's going back into Turtle Rock to see what he can do from here.
I don't think he can do much, can he? He needs a small key to get downstairs, but the small key he needs is all of them are on Turtle Laser Bridge.
Agree with my friend in chat before I try to take on a Crossworld. I need to memorize all my entrances. He's looking around to see if there's a key that he missed back there so he can get to Laser Bridge, but he didn't miss the key.
There is a key on the pokey if he can clip into there, but I don't think he can go there. Yeah, he's already used this key as well. He needs to mirror to Laser Bridge. That's the only way he can finish the seed.
He's not blocked out, but he did make it real nasty on himself.
Yeah. At least he's not giving up, which I'll give him credit for. And Notch is just gonna leave. Leave Turtle Rock. I forget where this will put him. Okay, back at Greco. I'm keeping an eye on RC in case he decides to forfeit. Well, in the meantime, folks, let me go ahead and mention scheduling here, because we don't have much time left for our block. So coming up here at 9 p.m. on the Speed Gaming 5 will be our standard daily race, as well as coming up here at 8 o'clock on Speed Gaming, we will have the tournament match here between Virtua Cat and Fantasia. Oh no, that's the commentators. Kovac versus Willard, the bronze match, will be on. That tournament is wrapping up, and on Saturday we will have game 2 of that match, and game 1 of the gold match will take place on Sunday at 5:30. Be aiming for both of the first matches of the bronze and gold right now. The others have yet to have a restream assigned. And of course, make sure to follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming's 2 through 6 to stay tuned to not just Link to the Past, but a whole slew and variety of other races here. We've got Zelda 1 going on now, the All Boars No Swords tournament, and I've seen some Mega Man 9. There's still some Deltarune going on, or no, not Mega Man 9, Mega Man 11. Just a whole bunch of just a whole lot of good races going on.
Where did you guys set was the potion shop?
Potion shop was at the Old Man entrance. Vanilla Old Man entrance.
Yeah, okay.
Where you lift the rock to get up Death Mountain.
Looking around at all the items we have, we still have not found our gold sword yet. And it's the only other significant item. And also notice we haven't checked Catfish.
Oh, that was tempered. I didn't only.
Tempered was in the Moldorm chest.
Ah, okay.
And in the Helmasaur room on the same floor was the Titan's mitt.
Nice.
So yeah, there was like 8 different important items in Ganon's Tower, but the Titan Smiths were not necessarily required. Notch has got the right idea with Bumper Cave, but not the cave itself. He needs to get to Super Bunny, get on the ledge, and mirror.
Unfortunately, he was already there, so he's probably already checked that off in his mind. He's probably not going to go back there until he can think of any other entrance I haven't gone to.
And yeah, there's your Moon Pearl. Oh, there.
I don't need it.
Yeah, he don't need. I forget, there was a scene I watched once in which someone actually did the entire thing without the Moon Pearl.
I think that was probably Quan.
Amazing the amount of minor glitches that are available when you don't pro and you're playing inverted mode. Notch is gonna go to Dark Ice Rod, or the Dark Shopping Mall here.
Maybe they need to start giving hints to entrances as well.
Yeah, I heard there comes something like that soon. There's at least something developed for it already.
Yeah, something in the works for entrance. Nice moonwalk, by the way. Yeah, Notch is not going to be able to find this,
He's not going to be able to find this entrance before we need to actually close down the server, because we need to make space because someone else will be coming up on Speed Gaming 3 in the fairly near future.
That's right. I don't have the schedule open, so I don't know exactly what. So, I have an answer set for you, Michael. Any final thoughts on the Seep?
Not really. It was at least interesting to do another entrance again.
Yeah. At least it wasn't Keysanity. At least there wasn't any extra Keysanity nonsense. Although that probably made the logic a little easier.
It just makes it more annoying, in my opinion.
I suppose that is also true.
I think I made a comment earlier today saying that I would only do Keysanity if I wanted to play the game for 4 hours, but here we are, 3 hours and 30 minutes, and it's not even Keysanity. This was a tough, tough seed.
Yeah. And it's, not really Notch's fault either. He could have been done maybe, could have been done maybe an hour and a half ago. Because he found that Moon Pearl in an hour and 50 minutes. But his lack of the mirror knowledge is what ended up being his downfall here, unfortunately. I mean, it happens. New entrants kind of twist your brain like that.
Yeah, it definitely can be interesting, to say the least.
But once you get it in your head that, oh, I can check this location with the mirror because I can't normally check it otherwise, that's when things start clicking. And in this case, that's exactly what Notch needs to do. He needs to go to Super Bunny and mirror the check. Wait a minute, is he gonna mirror on the pyramid? No, he's gonna go see the uncle drop down. But he's already been in here.
I think he just realized what he has to do. But he's not going to do it in the right location. Yeah, he realizes it now. He can mirror and check other entrances. That he can't normally reach.
He's figured out a few entrances he hasn't thought of before, but unfortunately they're not going to lead him to where he needs to go.
Exactly. But maybe this will get him in his mind to recheck Bumper Cave. And maybe we can see a Ganon kill on stream.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
And wow, yeah, he's pretty much full cleared the seed at 18 hearts.
Besides, at this point in time, the only things that we have not seen are full clears of the dungeons that are pendants.
Exactly.
Well, actually, those dungeons are full cleared for me.
It's true, you did clear all of Ice Palace except for the very trolly, very mean Cold Stare. And you did complete all of Thieves Town.
Yeah, and I completed all of Path of Darkness except for boss.
Yeah, no one, I think, bothered to fight Vidi.
Yeah. And especially after checking the past, why would you even do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with the Moon Pearl as late as it was. And the lamp.
Okay, Gensel was useless as well.
I think he just saw the cave.
Yes, but does he remember how to get up there is the...
You only did it 20 minutes ago, so maybe? Notch is tenacious, but unfortunately, I think he might not finish before we have to go off the air. But I did see in chat that following this is the Zelda 1 All Boards No Swords tournament, so you're in for a treat because that's swordless in Zelda 1. I've been working with him, and it's already quite interesting. Nocting Saga one's required. Well, once again, folks, make sure to follow our 2 runners here on Twitch. They've been doing an excellent race for us today. Very long race for them as well. While you're at it, make sure to also follow Lord FOMO, who was doing the tracking for you, as well as being my co-commentator. So, pulling double duty, so very nicely done as well.
Give a great round of applause to our friend Wolflink for taking care of the majority of this commentating here. This is a complicated scene. You did a great job, buddy.
Yes. It helps when you have a good memory, let me tell you that much. Let me go ahead and get those links in chat so you can send the follows those to where you need to follow them. And yeah, Notch is looking to unlock the lumberjack tree, which unfortunately is only the ferry drop down that's next to the river, so... completely useless. Yeah, mirror logic is unfortunately something that does trip up newer runners.
I being among those people, I would not have thought to use the mirror at that particular moment until way late into the game. I wouldn't have completed the seat either.
Tasmo Michael forfeited because he could not find the Moon Pearl after 3.5 hours or so of searching. To his credit, he had the means to get it, he just couldn't piece it together. The heck was that?
It's a cool, fun sound effect. I don't know where it's coming from, though.
I think Nacho's left his alerts on. They're not on screen, but they're still on. Oh well, no big deal. Alright, folks. We're seeing Aga 1 here. Let's see how well Noct takes care of this. So far, so good. Missed a red orange shot, though, I believe. Missed the free one. Nax is fighting Aga because he has no idea what to do. And to his credit, it's very tricky. He has to go to the Dark Fortune Tellers north of Village of Outcasts, go through Super Bunny Cave, which will pop him out on top of Bumper Cave, so he can get Mirror and then check the emergency entrance exit right there above where Michael K just went in. So, Notch has activated hard mode on the light world. And it looks like to be checking Aga 1. Maybe He's gonna check the drop down here, and I think this will be the nail in the coffin, I think, for Notch. Alright, folks, I've run out of stuff to say. What about you, Formo?
Yeah, I think we have exhausted the extent of this seed. He's going to end up with the pedestal check. I think it's about time for us to say, great job, GG's to Nach, no GG's to Michael and everybody else who ran this race. This was a very, very tough seed, but I think it's time we head on out here and made space for the next race coming up on Speed Gaming.
Yes, it is. So from all of us here at Links to Fast Randomizer, I have been Wolflink0370. Hopefully Knock will finish the seed. Need off stream. But we shall see you all next time, and thank you for watching. Have a good day, everyone.
Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Goodbye.